Hey, hey, wild and crazies. Welcome to another wonderful Tuesday. And guys, do I have a show for you tonight? We are so honored and blessed to have medium Sherri Jewel in with us tonight. And she's going to be doing live gallery readings. This is a once in a lifetime experience. And I've been promoting this with you guys. So we've got 7 in waiting. And guys, we're hoping Sherri's going to come on like once a month with us. Maybe we can get her a little more often if we're real sweet to her. We'll see. But we're going to jump into galleries in a few minutes. Before we do that, I wanted to bring Sherri on and introduce her to you guys and kind of have some answers and questions with her so you guys know where things are going tonight. So welcome, everybody. Again, we're thrilled to have you here. Please share out. This is an important show. And even if you're not in the gallery, keep in mind, this is a night of message from Spirit. Just because you're not in the gallery doesn't mean that there may not be a message for you. So please hang on the entirety of the show. Don't click out early, okay? You might just be missing the opportunity of a lifetime to hear a message from beyond. So let me bring Sherri in. Hey, Miss Sherri Jewel.
How are you?
Good. So glad to have you with us, sweetie. Thank you so much for doing this for us at the Ascension Network. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for asking me, and thanks to everyone here.
Are you excited?
Yeah, you don't know what's going to happen until it happens, right? So
it ain't over till the fat lady sings, and I'm not singing till the end of the show. So,
and you had a good point. Even if somebody's not on the screen, Spirit is funny, as you know. Anything could happen. So, you guys in the audience, if you're not on the screen, the message could be for you. So, like if it doesn't fit with somebody that's on the screen, it's for somebody down below that's there watching.
Absolutely. And this is why it's really important for everybody to hang in, because I know it's tempting to be like, oh, this isn't about me. Let me check out. But you might just be wrong. It may be exactly about you. And checking out means you're missing the message you're supposed to get. So let me say this real quick before we get into the questions and answers, Sherri. For everybody that's hanging out right now in the rooms waiting to come in to the live, hang tight. Make sure you stay in the whole program, just like we're asking everybody else, because Spirit may come in and out for you, okay? Even if you're not on screen, I can see you on my side on the production end, so stay where you are, okay? All right, guys, so Sherri, a couple things. I did want to start just kind of asking you, what is mediumship and when did it begin for you?
So mediumship is the medium. We're like the bridge between two worlds, right? So you know this. We go up, they come down, we meet in the middle. So hence medium. So we're just a bridge to Spirit, and we receive information from Spirit, where a psychic does not. They read people, they perceive it or whatever. And believe it or not, I don't know your story, but mine's crazy. Who aspires to be a psychic or a medium? Sure as hell wasn't me. So, I had the classic, how would you say, spiritual awakening,
right?
Perfect life destroyed. So I was the classic, let's make this girl hit rock bottom, make her suffer to break open my heart to get to my soul. So that was in my late 40s, and I'm in my late 50s now. So I think if it's your soul's calling, it shows up for you sometime in your life. And for me, everything had to be removed from my life, and just because I'm kind of a fighter, so they had to really knock me down.
I hear you. And I think that happens a lot. You and I talked about that privately. And, we were talking today and I said, mine started at birth. So I don't know what it's like to not have it. But I have witnessed a lot of mediums where it happened in, that 35 to 45 range. And there seems to be something about that time range where women wake up. So, don't know if it's chemical, if it's something with hormonal changes, if it's just that maybe at that point we've had enough life to kind of knock us on our ass, like you were saying, and make us take a different direction. But it's definitely interesting.
And I think that, they kind of told me that I wanted to lead. I think our past lives come into it too, right?
Sure.
And they showed me some of my past lives, and it was all the metaphysical ones. But I guess I decided I wanted to be a mom this time around. So basically they nailed me when my kid was like 16, 17, going to go to college soon. So they kind of started teaching me. And really, guys, I always tell people, excuse my language, if this shit could happen to me, it can happen to you, because I'm the last person. I have a potty mouth. I'm a wild child. I'm a rebel. I was not religious whatsoever. I believed in God though, but really it can get weird on you real quick, and just know you're not going crazy. It's actually fun. Right. I mean, I loved it when it started, because like the prophetic dreams started. The dreams start. I mean, I'd wake up with messages like, be benevolent. And I'm like, what the hell does that mean? And I'm Googling it. I call them like those wisdom words or soul words.
Right.
part of my vocabulary. Okay. So I'm Googling this shit. I'm like, okay, something weird is happening here. And even like living people can talk to you in your dreams.
Yeah.
You had living people. In my dream, I was in a bar. A woman comes up to me. She passes me a business card and she goes, "You're a medium. Call me." And I'm like, "Who the hell is this? What do you mean I'm a medium?" Alive. Okay. And then I met her 3 weeks later.
Isn't that funny?
Our own living spirits can visit you in your dreams too, not just dead people or guides or angels.
Yeah, I think that's why it's important for people to not only understand and recognize how powerful and unlimited they are as a being, a universal being, but also that all of this is already inside of them. It's just a matter of unlocking it. And I think people have different keys, right? Different keys that unlock it for them, but everybody has it. And I wanted to ask you, when you are communicating, I know for me, I see them, not all the time. They come to me in the way that they choose to. I see them, I hear them. And if it was, let's say, a murder or an illness that took them down in a hard way, I will feel it, sometimes days ahead of time before they come in. Is it the same for you, or do you have different ways of communicating?
I think mine started out with clairaudience. So clairaudience, really is hearing a voice with your ear, but mostly it's telepathically.
Right.
So it comes that way. But I'm a really strong empath, and it kind of sucks because, if I'm reading you and your shoulder hurts, my shoulder hurts.
Exactly.
I feel too. So like if spirit died of a heart attack, I'm like, ow, or I'll start coughing. Or one time I was doing a stage event and the guy's leg was cut off. So I'm like limping on the stage with my leg cut off. So
Man, I'm telling you.
I think spirit communicates differently. And I'm clairvoyant too, but I don't choose to see with my eyeballs. I like to see it in my third eye. Because I don't see like a round table of dead people sitting at my dining room table right now. I'd be like, oh no, I'd be out of here and I'd quit. Okay.
Oh, that's funny. When I was a kid, I didn't know the difference when it happened to me. In fact, I didn't know anything was wrong, as my family put it, until I went to my grandmother and was telling her about her dad. And I said, he's right here, right? Like he's here all the time. And so that was kind of how I came into it. But one of the other things I wanted to talk about is, so everybody knows tonight kind of what to expect, because when we're working like this, we can expect the unexpected, right? I mean, that's the one thing for sure, is we have no control over it. So in this process, tell them what they can expect during this time.
So if we're going to do multiple people on a screen, that's called the gallery, right? Or a public demonstration, whatever word you want to give it. And I'll probably, depending what happens, because like you said, I don't even know what's going to happen, right? I don't know who's here right now. My ear's humming. That's all I know. Someone's here. So let's say if we have 4 to 6 people on the screen, I may get names. I'm very fortunate. A lot of mediums don't get names. I do get names, but it's not always. So I may say, hey, I got Joe here and he died of a heart attack. Who can take it? Right.
Right.
Or they'll like give me it's always evidential. So there's different kinds of mediumship. I'm a very evidential medium. So it could be the name. It could be the illness. They'll give me stuff that's going on in your life. Like you might have just kissed their picture today. They're going to tell me that so that the client knows that their loved one is with them.
Right.
So the stuff has to be specific. And then, it never fails. And if you say a man has a heart attack, 4 hands go up, then I have to, in my head, I'm having a conversation with spirit at the same time as the client. I'll be like, come on, guys, give me something so I can get to the person.
Right. Yeah. It always has to be something that's specific for them so that they can confirm. I mean, I think that's always the thing, is it's about confirmation. So, all right, guys, without further ado, let's jump right into this. I have got 5 people in holding right now. How many can you take at a time, Sherri, or how many would you like to take?
Throw them all in.
Here we go, girls. I'm going to bump my ugly mug out of the screen, but I will be on standby to step in when needed. And you guys have fun, okay?
Okay. And these are just going to be mini readings too. There's Carol, KJ, welcome back. And she's going to put more, right? I don't know. So you guys, I don't know what she's doing. So I don't know. She's doing.
There we go.
Hey, I'm going to bring more in just a few minutes, but go ahead if you want and start with these 2 guys.
Okay.
Hey, Johnny.
Okay, guys. So have either one of you ever done this?
Never.
Okay.
Yes, I have.
So don't be shy, because if you're shy and don't say it, spirit will move on. Okay. So if you guys could just close your eyes for a moment, I want you to think of your loved ones, and I'm going to ask them to step in. Okay. So sometimes it can take a minute to get going. Okay, you guys can come back. And it's probably going to be both of you, I'm sure. Did you both lose a dad?
No.
Okay, there's a male here. So that could be a grandfather too, or an uncle, someone that would be father-like. I feel like he had a heart issue. Do you guys know someone that died that would be an older man that died of a heart attack?
Tons of patients. And it's not unusual that patients come back.
You've had them come through in your readings before?
Yes.
Okay. Did one recently just pass in the last 2 to 3, it's either 2 to 3 weeks or 2 to 3 months?
Nobody.
Not of a heart issue, no.
But so when I go heart, it could also be chest. It's going to be here. I feel it. So it's either chest, lungs. Like I almost feel like, thank you. So when I say thank you guys, I'm talking up there. It's somebody with congestive heart failure, or somebody that would have had a buildup of fluid around their heart.
Sounds like
I don't,
no.
What are you laughing about, KJ? How is that fitting with you?
Well, I have a heart issue, and my husband passed, and of course he was.
This could be your husband, because that would feel like a father to me. You know what I mean?
Well, he was the father of three kids. But
And he died of a heart attack?
No, he died 20 years ago from cancer.
Well, what does that have to do with his heart? It's got to have to do with his chest.
It has to do with his
Hi guys. Hi.
I mean,
the best
it
friend
was-
from our wedding passed 2 weeks ago from heart failure.
Oh,
There you go. Okay. So this was a male though, right?
Male. He was not a father. He was never a dad or anything, but he was like my
How old was
husband's
he?
best friend. 52.
That's old enough for me. I wanted to go drinking. Do you know if this man drinked? So
Yes.
they keep listening. Because I want to
Yes.
I got goosebumps. It's you. Okay. So sorry.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
them. And I'm like, I want to start drinking.
Yeah. Yeah. He became a pretty bad alcoholic, we think, right before, last 10 years.
Okay. And what's his name?
Brett.
I almost said Bill. Okay. So it's you, because it's a B name. If I get Bill, it could be Brett. Okay. So it's a B name. Do you have any idea? I feel like he was struggling for some time. Would that make sense?
Yep. Yeah. He was the primary caretaker for his mom with dementia.
I feel like depression with him. Would that make sense?
Yes. Lots of depression. Yeah. Yeah. We kept reaching out to him, and he would kind of be, he wouldn't connect with us in any way we tried to connect with him.
Well, I'm hearing this. So you guys, if you see me look away, that's because I'm listening to them. I'm hearing the word despondent.
Yes, he was so sad. And then he would drunk text my husband at 2 a.m. You guys don't give a shit about me. Okay. And Jim would get upset, and I would say, you know what, you are one of his only friends. You can't just cut him out. He's hurting, and it's not always appropriate, but you are one of his only friends. You need to keep.
But he is coming
contact.
forward to say thank you too. You guys, these are going to just be mini readings, because I have to get to a lot of people. So these aren't going to be 20-minute readings. Okay.
Yeah.
I have directions from the boss, Jen. Okay.
Yep.
So you guys were there for okay. I feel like crying. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and I don't cry that easy.
Yeah.
You guys were there for him when nobody else was.
Yeah, we were.
So he's really grateful, and he's saying he could be kind of a grouchy old dude sometimes.
He was a dick, and he knows it. We can call him.
Well, okay, I heard ass, but I didn't want to. I was watching.
Yeah,
I was in my mouth.
Yeah. He's a wonderful, in deep down, he was a really wonderful guy. I think he just had circumstances he wasn't able to get over.
Do you know
and we loved him, and we wanted him to know that.
Do you know if there was financial trouble?
I think so. So yeah, his stepfather passed right after he did, and there was some stuff happening. Yes.
Yeah. So I think there was more going on with this man than you guys knew. If it was a private reading, we could talk longer about it. But he's very grateful for everything you guys did. He's mentioning, did you go to his funeral?
We were there the day before. We were there. No, we haven't got to his funeral yet. My husband is helping to organize that.
Because he's mentioning his funeral, so the funeral hasn't happened yet. Okay.
No.
Okay, you're gonna go though, right? Because he's mentioning.
Of course, we're the ones organizing it.
Okay, because he's like, go to my funeral. So he appreciates everything you're doing around the funeral too. Okay.
Good.
This is really weird. I could be jumping to somebody else, but I want to start blowing my nose. Did he blow his nose?
Yeah, he had sinus issues, and he kept using nasal spray, and I kept telling him not to because it was just making it worse.
So you guys, that's called the shared memory, because that's only specific to her. Unless one of you guys can take this, I mean, it seems like it's definitely 100% for her. So that blowing of the nose is called a shared memory. So I might say, like, you guys had a lake house with your grandma that you went to, okay? So it's evidence to prove it's with her. You actually, are you doing something with a photograph of his for the funeral, or trying to get?
Jim, my husband went through many photographs and found the one that they're using for his obituary.
So his soul was with you when you were doing that. So he's in your house.
Good.
He visited you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And spirit, every medium works different, and there's no right or wrong, but spirit always gives me information of something that you did today or in the last couple of days to prove to you that they're around. But he really enjoyed his drinking. I mean,
Yes, he did.
I feel like if he was in a good mood, he could be fun.
He was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
He really was a lot of fun. Yeah.
But it's like, this sounds really bad, and I just want to end this really nicely. He kind of wanted to go.
Yes, that was my suspicion. He's felt like that for a long time.
Life was just too hard. Like, he was suffering,
Yeah.
And he feels older to me than 52. So I don't know if his energy was lower or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know a Karen? Unless that's a joke about Karens.
There is a joke about Karen. Okay.
Can't make this shit up, guys. So there is a joke about Karens.
Yep.
Don't cancel culture me. I'm just saying what the dead person says.
Yeah.
So again, it's just him confirming it really is him to you. Because how would I know that, guys, right? But he actually loves you guys very much. And I want to say, like, you guys are more like family to him than friends.
Yep. Him and my husband and there's 4 other guys. Very close brothers. As hard as Brett's wife. I mean, it seemed easy from the outside, but I think he was very lonely.
Well, I'm going to give you that confirmation. Like, he didn't really feel like he had anybody there. And I also don't feel like he wanted to be a burden to you guys. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But
I think he couldn't get out of his own way.
But you guys were like there for him when nobody else was.
Yeah.
He's also mentioning a garage. Is there an incident with the garage?
Yeah. Well, there could be lots of things with the garage, but yes. Yeah.
Okay. So he's bringing up the garage. So there's no doubt this is him. I think he gave us enough evidence. But just please say also, like, he's calling your husband like my buddy. Like, he really did he ever use that term?
He's like his brother.
Okay. Yeah. And he's just like so grateful. Like, he's like, who would do the funeral for me if they weren't?
Oh, that's so sweet.
So he's going to be there. You need to know and tell your husband, please, that he's okay. Okay. And he's found peace. And I think that maybe you guys are still kind of struggling with wondering what went down, why, He's okay now. Good. He's also mentioning a dog.
Yeah. Which one? Yeah.
You have his dogs?
No, I don't have his dogs, but he had like 8. And there were like 100 cats in the garage. So yeah, they did a semi-rescue.
Wow. Yeah, well, he loved his dog. See, I think he did. Animals brought a lot of peace to him. Yeah. When you don't have people in your lives, right? Our animals are healers. Yeah. I mean, he would have done anything for these animals. He would have spent his last time on these animals. Goodbye. Go. Bye, guy. But just please say thank you to your husband. He does love you both, and he appreciates everything you're doing. He's also mentioning a court case, unless I'm jumping. Was there anything with court?
I imagine there's going to be.
Okay.
Because he didn't have a will, so I'm imagining there's going to be like probate and all kinds of things happening. Yeah.
Do you have to do that too?
His other friend Gina is working on that. It's kind of a messy thing, so we're all kind of waiting to see where it happens.
There's going to be somebody that causes trouble, so just be careful. Like, I feel like you got to watch your temper. Like, you might want to tell somebody off.
Oh, that's okay.
Okay. He's mentioned the show, like, to me. I heard like Curb Your Enthusiasm, and I don't know if he liked that show or why he's bringing that up. But
he knows I have a temper.
Okay, so he's like, curb it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not everything. Not everything has to fall on you.
Yeah.
But you're the kind of person that jumps in. I'm like that too. Probably all of us, right? We jump in for the underdog.
My husband and Gina, we feel very responsible for him.
Okay. Well, he appreciates it all. So I hope that helped you. And please tell your husband. Well, this is taped, I think, right? So show it to your husband because he's more than fine. He's actually saying he's better off on the other side than he was here. I mean, I don't think life would have been the best for him if he continued to live for another 20 or 30 years.
No, I agree.
So he was tired, and his soul was ready to go. But he loves you and he loves your husband. So I hope that helped you guys, helped you both in some way.
Yes, thank you.
Well, you're welcome. He wants his dogs, though. But okay. I'm not sure he's happy.
I don't know about the dogs. I'll find out, though.
I know about the dogs.
Okay.
Unless you want to take one in.
Oh, God. I already have 3.
Hey, I ended up with another dog and I didn't want one, and I love him to death. But check on the dogs, okay? Because he's probably
I will.
a dog person. He's a dog person, and he just wants to make sure all his pets find a nice home and are okay.
Yes, I know that Gina has been working on that diligently. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay, so next person, Spirit. And I have a feeling this guy's going to keep coming back to talk. So we need to ask him to leave because he's going to take over, I think. Real quick, Katrina, does he have a gun? I got to see.
He has lots of guns.
See, he's not going. Okay, so hold on.
Sorry.
No, it's not your fault.
I mean, he passed on the 28th of February. So he's
he's raring to go and talk. Hey, this is cool. I can do this from the other side. You're actually lucky.
He was very, very sick and he really didn't get a chance to kind of organize his affairs.
And probably say what he wanted to say. Like, thank you, I love you. You know what I mean? He's like, I'm a good guy. But he's mentioned the kitchen or the kitchen cabinets now too, but he needs to stop because I need to move on to the next person. Are you redoing your kitchen, or did he have anything with his kitchen or the cabinets?
I'm not. I know they had redone their kitchen, but I don't know what else is going on. I know that they moved some safes into his room.
Okay, so they probably moved his guns too. So
yes, they did.
He knows about the kitchen too, so he's checking up on them, what they're doing too. So we need to ask him to step away and let somebody.
Thank you,
Brett. Brett, okay, please step back. I knew it was still him with the guns. I'm like, he just wants to stay. Okay, hold on. I'm just going to go to a mom. So does somebody here have mom's china or her dishes? I guess that could be a grandma too. Mom, grandma.
I think I have my grandma's dishes. I think my mom does.
Okay.
I know we have her china. I know we have her china cabinet.
So that could be. And anybody else?
Mm-hmm.
Who said yes? No.
I do. Yeah. Carol. I do.
Oh, Carol's yes. Okay, sorry, Carol.
My grandmother. Yeah.
Okay. Why do I want to start yelling? So either one of you yells a lot or this person yelled. Is that you, Carol?
I've been known to raise my voice, but I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking of my father's mother because my mother's got her china in the cellar and nobody has claimed it.
Do you have a blanket from one of their grandmas, or did they make blankets, Afghans?
Oh, my great grandmother.
Did you know her though? Because I got to make sure I can bring evidence forward.
Oh yes,
okay.
I did. She made blankets for every single grandchild, great grandchild.
Does somebody have a bird?
What are lots of birds? Like 200.
Oh, okay. But who's got the bird chirping in the background too?
Me, they probably chirping.
Oh, okay. So we'll stick with you for a sec. We'll come back to you. Okay, Carol, let me just get this. Okay, hold on. There was somebody today that you were really begging to come through. Would that make sense? One person in particular.
I really didn't focus on one person, but I have been speaking about what?
There's one. Who are you speaking about?
Well, today I wasn't speaking. I've been speaking about my great grandmother recently.
Okay.
But today, no. What?
Do you have an Anna or an A name?
My Aunt Annie.
Okay. Okay. So, did you know her well?
Oh yes.
Oh, I don't know if that sounded good. She was like, "Oh yes."
No, she just died about. She died about a year ago.
Okay. But you knew her well, so if I give you information.
Very well.
Okay. Would you have long talks with her?
Yes.
Like deep discussions? Like I feel like you two could talk about anything. She kind of feels more even like a mother or a friend to you, like closer than a regular aunt would be to somebody. You know what I mean?
In the end, she was.
She appreciates all that. When she was passing, like, did you really talk to her a lot and you were there for her?
I experienced it.
Okay.
I had an out of body experience when she was dying. Yeah.
She's around you still?
Oh, yeah.
So let me ask this. Were you just recently moving furniture or did somebody just move her furniture? It's your furniture, something about moving and moving furniture.
So I move my furniture around, but I don't have anything of hers because her children. Yeah.
Okay, but no, but you, I don't care if you have that furniture. Were you just moving furniture recently?
Yes.
Okay, that's your confirmation that she's in your house with you and came to visit.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
I feel her often.
Okay, so trust that, and those are all signs of being an empath, a medium, a psychic, right? You know, you guys pay attention, like if you get the goosebumps or if your ear hums or like your crown tingles or like before I started, I got burning hot because there's a bunch of dead people on me, right? So I like my temperature, my body changes. You also have a picture of her up in your house or a picture that you looked at.
I have a picture that I love that I have to frame. I got it because I didn't have a picture.
Okay.
So I have a beautiful picture of her.
Yeah, and she's smiling in the photo, yes?
She is.
Yes. I feel like she was a very good-looking lady too, you know, in her time.
She was.
So again, it's just proving to you she's with you. Okay, she has me blowing out candles. Did someone's birthday around you? Was there someone's birthday in the last month or next month? Because she's acknowledging a birthday and I'm blowing out candles.
Both of her parents and some aunts and uncles, both of her parents are gone. But yeah.
But no.
And Grandma Poulter's.
Well, wait, so whose birthday is just past or is coming up?
My grandfather, her father.
Okay.
Was most recently passed.
But he just recently passed?
No. His birthday was like the end of February.
Okay. That could be, but no one living's birthday?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Whose birthday just passed or is coming up that's alive?
My nephew. Okay.
And did she know the nephew?
She did not.
But she's acknowledging it. Did you go to the nephew's birthday? Did you?
He's like my buddy. He's my favorite. And that's the best day ever if no one knew.
So it's important to you. So, she knows. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Is there a Richard or an R name?
Oh, God.
Sorry.
Yes.
Do we not want to talk to Richard?
No, but this would not be the first time that he acknowledged himself as Richard, and I knew him as Rick.
Okay, well, yeah, but to a medium, Richard is Rich,
right.
Rick, Dick,
right.
whatever. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And who is he to you?
He was my cousin's husband.
Is there a connection to Florida for you or him?
North Carolina?
No, Florida. What's the connection you have to Florida?
I can't stand Florida.
That could be it. I mean,
I had an aunt who lived in Florida. She doesn't live there any longer, but
no one's taking a vacation to Florida?
I grew up in Florida.
Okay. But Carol, with you?
Aren't she going to?
No. Somebody's going to Florida. I mean, people are always going to Florida, but I can't think of anybody in particular.
It has to be someone he knows.
His wife could be going to Florida. His ex-wife. Well, his wife. She travels all the time. Well, she could be going to Florida, and I don't even know it. He's told me things about her that I didn't know.
Okay, so that's something that you could check or confirm, or it could be like something that's going to happen in the future. Okay. He stands beside you a lot. Who is he to you?
Yes, he does. So just to make a long story short, he was my cousin's husband, and when he had a tragic car accident, and I went down there immediately, and I was by his wife's side through his hospitalization.
So I was seeing
and
a car
advocated for him.
Okay,
Mhm.
because he was showing me a car too, and I didn't bring it up. Was it a car or a truck though?
It was Chuck.
Because I heard truck. Okay, thank you for confirming that. I'm like, it wasn't a car. Okay,
It was a Chuck.
yeah. So right when he started talking, I just didn't get to saying it yet. He just wants everybody to know he's okay.
Thank you.
You know, can I say anything?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you feel like alone sometimes or lonely? Like he wants you to know you're not alone. Does that make sense?
Well, I do. I mean, I live alone. I've lived alone. I've always lived alone. But I will say that when something significant happens, mysteriously his mass card shows up on my desk. And I smell his cigarettes and tell him to stop it because I can't stand his cigarette smell. But I smell the cigarettes and I know that it's him.
And that would be true anytime you guys, if you smell cigarettes or a certain perfume, or like I smell vanilla, then I think of my grandma because of cooking, right? So he just wants to know like he's okay, but he wants to make sure you're okay. Because I feel like you might get something. We all do. We all get sad sometimes, you know, or maybe we feel alone or lonely, you know. What the hell? He's mentioning dishes or the dishwasher. So were you just doing dishes or the dishwasher today? Or is there a story with a dishwasher or dishes? A plumbing. How about a plumbing issue? Did he ever help you with plumbing, or have you had a plumbing problem?
I always have plumbing problems, but I wouldn't.
But does he know, well, he knows you have plumbing problems. Did he know you had plumbing problems when you, okay, well, he does now.
He knows now?
Yeah.
Can he fix them?
So that's, again, it's just to prove that he's in your house. Okay.
Yeah.
There's also mention of a pillow for some reason. And it might be a different spirit for you, or I'm jumping to somebody else. Do you have someone's pillow? There's something significant about a pillow. That could even be like you puffed up his pillow under his head. It could be like you have his pillow or someone's pillow.
I don't have anything of his except that card. But I mean, I was at his bedside for hours.
So did you puff up his pillow behind him, lift it up?
Oh, I did in the casket. And everybody got upset.
You can't make this shit up, guys. See?
Yeah, no, everybody got upset because I was touching him. I was like, what am I going to kill him? I said, he's not positioned properly. Yes, I was a little disruptive at his.
Okay. So he's laughing and he's like, he got a kick out of it. He's like making me crack up. Okay. Like
he was a great guy.
Yeah. I mean, he's got a sense of humor because he's making me like start laughing. Like, like if your spirit like is sad, then I almost feel sad and I'll be like, you'll see my energy go down. But like now I'm like, let's go. Like, let's have fun, So that's him. He's got no problem with what you did. But again, evidentially it's to show you that he was at his funeral. He knows you did that. And he knows you did it for the right reasons. So he's like, screw the family. It doesn't matter.
Oh, yep. Mm-hmm.
Is that how he was?
It is how he was.
So he knows you were doing it for the right reasons. So he appreciates it. So thank you. And he doesn't want you to feel bad about it any longer. Oh, wait. And actually, when he was on his deathbed, you visited him, you said, right? He heard, like you guys, when someone's passing, they might be on morphine or they're sleeping a lot, all that, like unconscious, in a coma, whatever. He wants you to know he heard all the words that you said to him. Because, sweetie, he's coming forward because he wants you to heal.
Oh, I know that when he comes through to me, it's because I need to reach out to Joni. Joni is his wife. Because he's tried to come through to her and she wouldn't listen.
She's not open.
So when he comes through to me, it was interesting because it's not the first time. And I called her. She goes, no, it can't be him. I was like, look, I don't know this stuff about him.
Well, you have this on a recording. You've never met me before. And what's her name?
Her name is Joni.
Joni, you can't make this up. This is your husband, okay? So, save the recording.
Thank
I've
you.
never been on this network, right? I don't know you, never met you.
Mhm.
So tell her he does love her and he's around her too.
Yep.
You know, so she may still be struggling a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I feel like too, like maybe she's recently gone through his clothes. Do you know if she's boxing up his clothes or going through stuff?
I don't know. I kind of think that she's got things of his that because she's married now. She's married again. And I think she's got things of his that she reflects on.
Okay, because I would say like she does have some clothing or stuff in a box. Okay.
Mhm.
So just, you know, tell her he's around. And again, it's a big gratitude and thank you to you for everything you did for him. And he loves you very much.
Thank you.
And you can puff up. Oh my God. He's fun. Now he's getting funny. You can puff up his pillow anytime.
That would be him.
And you guys, what keeps your loved ones close to you? And I hope that helped you, hon. But keep talking to your loved ones or thinking of them because that makes them come to you. That keeps them close to you. Okay. Okay. So we're going to ask him to step back. I got to go there. Hold on. Oh, is that Brigitte? The one that's always so friendly in the chat?
Yes.
Hello. She's always
Bird
so friendly. The bird lady. You are now the bird lady. Double B is your name now. Okay, Bridget, hold on. Man, your love for animals is strong. Do you rescue birds ever? Like, I feel like you rescued a bird. So think of your dead birds too.
I used to.
Okay, so you guys, animals have souls and they do come through in readings. So I don't know why I'm hearing the number 3. So 3 is, did you rescue more than 3 birds or did you only rescue 3 birds?
Let's see. How many did I rescue? I might have rescued 5 to 7. I got 200 birds. I had probably close to 600 over the last few years. I don't know.
What?
Wow.
I'm supposed to figure out what bird I'm talking to?
Well, let me. I have a bird. She's a wild bird, and I rescued her. She was in really bad, dire straits.
How long did you get her?
She's been wild. I've never tamed her because she was horrified of people because of what she went through. So she's the only bird that has no cage and she flies free and she's just living in my
I was
room
hearing
for the last-
3, so that would be, we're just
She
gonna let
could
that
be
go.
number 3.
Well, or it means March, you know, so, but hold on, we're just gonna skip the bird because I'm just gonna have to ask these birds to step back. So I'm just tell you there's dead birds here. Yep,
Okay.
but let that go. So we're just gonna let the birds all go because to identify one bird out of 200, that takes an hour, right? Okay.
Right.
Okay, hold on. Let's just see if there's a spirit here for you. Somebody that smoked. Who did you just get a haircut?
I got my bangs, yeah.
Okay, when did you just do that?
What, a month and a half ago?
No, that's not
6
soon enough.
weeks ago?
Are you gonna do it again soon?
I don't know. Maybe the ends. I don't know.
Well, they mentioned, so I'm a hairdresser too, guys, so they bring up hair stuff to me. Okay.
I do my hair.
Who did you want? We're just gonna go direct. Is your mom in spirit?
Kind of. She has dementia and she's on the way out.
Okay, who do you want to talk to in the spirit world? We're just gonna go direct.
My late husband, probably.
Okay, that's what I heard. Okay. What's his name?
Philippe.
Philippe. So I'm not saying this is him yet, but I was seeing teeth. So that either means you're going to the dentist or he had bad teeth or dentures. And if that's not you, I want everybody else to listen because I may jump to somebody else, okay?
Oh, KJ.
Yeah, KJ.
Katie's missing teeth.
So am I.
And you have a lost husband too.
Yes.
That might be for you, KJ.
Okay.
Okay.
My birthday's in March.
But do you have a dead husband too or anything with teeth?
No.
My husband's birthday's in March too.
Oh, okay. And your husband's deceased.
Yes.
Okay, it's got to be him then. Sorry, bird
Yeah.
lady, come back.
That's
Brigitte,
okay.
you're probably going to be safe for last because I probably will get your bird because I'm known to talking to dead animals. Okay. Okay. So your husband's deceased. What's his name?
Michael.
Okay. Everybody I know is a Mike. Okay. And his birthday was March.
It's March 29th.
Do you still feel very lost without him?
Absolutely.
Was his death a little more faster or suddenly, like unexpected? Like I want to, like
Oh, he was 34 and he died within a year from date of diagnosis to date of death. Was almost.
And your life's never been the same since he's been gone.
Standstill.
So we're gonna give you a kick in the butt, girl. So mediumship is about healing. Okay. That's why spirit comes through. He wants you to heal. He's like, you're still so sad and kind of, oh my God. Because now he's making me feel like, okay. So are you really sad or depressed? And like, you call out to him? He's making me feel like you call out to him. And like, are you here? Where are you? Why did this happen? Like, are you still in that kind of frame of mind?
Every day.
Okay. So this is your confirmation. He's with you and he hears you. Okay. Stop yelling at him. He's laughing. He's making a joke. He wants you to laugh. Like, you're like, show me a sign. Do you do that?
I what?
Do you say like, show me a sign? Show me you're here?
We agreed that he would show me certain signs, and
you haven't gotten them.
No. We said silly things. You know, he's gonna flash the street light, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, well, it doesn't. Some people get lucky and give signs. Like, I did an event in New York last week, and it was hysterical because the dead man was a husband, and he started showing me all these sex positions, and I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like, I couldn't say because it was in front of a group, and I'm like, let's just say he liked how you guys had sex. He told me after that one of their signs was talk about sex life. Okay.
That's funny.
Sometimes it happens, the way you want. Sometimes it doesn't. Okay. But he's actually showing you signs that you don't see.
I believe that.
A lot of times when we're still grieving so much, it puts a block in our communication with spirit. Okay. What does the month of January mean to you? Birthdays, anniversaries, death date?
No, January.
Think of your parents even, or think of any, grandparents, anybody.
It's his father who's alive's birthday. It's my stepmother's birthday.
That's enough. But it's his father, because I'm talking to him, so it's his father's birthday. So did you see his father in January?
Yes. No.
Did you talk to him?
I was in the hospital the month of January.
Oh, that could be what it is. So it could be having to do with you being in the hospital or with the father. Let me see if I can get more. Oh, yeah. Did you stay in there? You stayed in there more than one night. You stayed in there multiple nights. Yes. Yeah. He was by your bedside. Were you calling for him when you were doing that, when you were in that hospital? Do you see what I'm going through?
Well, that's every day I say that to him. I mean, I act like he's here, and we're Italian. I harass him.
Okay, well, he's taking it well, but he's actually being pretty funny. He's like, stop yelling at me, but he's saying it in a fun way.
Yes.
Who's the smoker? Did he smoke?
I don't know any smokers.
Did he ever smoke, or did you smoke? There had to be something with smoking.
His mother's name is Anna. She was a screamer and she was a smoker.
Okay, and did I read you already, or did I just jump in? Okay,
no.
So, but when I said Ann and Anna, who was that for? Carol?
That was for Carol. Yeah.
Okay, so we're tag teaming here with the names, you guys. So you said it was his mother?
Yeah, I have on her necklace.
Why'd you tell me? Now I can't say it. That took it away from me. So here's the thing, though. They're together, okay? Do you know, did you ever lose a baby? There's a child over there.
Yes.
Okay, so they have the baby. So you guys, whether it's, a termination or a miscarriage, there's still a soul. And our babies do go with our loved ones. Okay. Was he the father, or was that somebody else?
The father was born in January.
Oh, is that father alive or dead?
he died at a young age from alcoholism.
Can't make this shit up. Okay. So there's see how that like spirit finally will get us to the right answer. So he has the baby.
That's beautiful.
Okay. And you've been through so much. Have you tried talking to a counselor, a grief counselor, or a group or anything?
I got a great group right here.
Okay. So you deal with these guys. So you know all these guys well?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
But I do. Yeah, I do a lot. You know what it is? I really. We were so in love when he died. We were madly in love.
And he's saying you're thinking you're never going to be happy again. And that's not true.
We were really happy.
Okay. But you can be happy again. He's here because he wants you to move forward. What do you, I mean, think about this. Do it for him if you're not doing it for yourself, right? Because it hurts our loved ones in spirit to see us suffering and grieving. They want us to remember the good times, not how they died, when they died. Like, remember if you went fishing. Actually, I keep hearing fishing in my head too. So somebody went fishing here. But, try to focus on the good times, the funny memories. And everybody grieves in a different way, and it takes everybody a different time. But he doesn't want you to waste your life being sad.
I believe that. I do believe that.
He has a fun side.
Yes, he's very funny. He's
Right.
a very big personality.
But he wants you to laugh again. He wants you to find joy again. I can't tell you how to do that. I can't take your grief away. But, keep doing that work you need to do. Like, I want to say, force yourself to get out. Even if you don't think you're going to have fun or it takes everything out of you to go out. Like, do you stay home a lot? Like, I want to,
yeah.
I want to, stand at your front door and I want to take your wrist and just pull it out of the house. So you're not agoraphobic or anything. Are you just staying home all the time?
I have an illness. I've been sick for the last 7 years. That's kept me in the house. And
so there's no way anybody could take you out in a wheelchair or.
It's the problem is we built this house and we had 3 kids in this house and the kids are still in the house and it's the house. The house is the problem. The house is all him. Every piece of crown molding, every piece of.
But you're not leaving the house because of your illness or because of the memories in your house with your husband?
Well, I have a immune system disorder and cancer, so I am kind of housebound. But I have a great house. I have a big backyard. It's
okay. Well, he's making this a suggestion that go out and have some fun.
Sounds good. Yes.
Because sometimes we need a change of scenery, or we need a kick in the ass, or we need something to, we got to do something different to make a change in our lives.
Yes.
But I can't do that for you. Only you can do that. And you maybe consider, maybe I could go out to Target or go out to Steak and Shake or a restaurant.
No, I've been thinking about just recently. I dreamt 2 nights ago that I married a man with dark hair and really light skin. It was really weird.
Well, then you better get out of your house so you meet him.
Yeah, I guess. He was it was just, I woke up, I'm like, oh my God, I got married last night.
Congratulations.
Yeah. We're a gift. But again, up to you what you want to do. And you know what? Maybe that dream and me talking to you was to motivate you to maybe get out of the house because maybe you'll meet somebody. We got to change something. People always call us, right? They'll call me and Jen for readings. When am I going to meet them? Meet the guy. Do you think it's going to be your UPS driver that knocks on your door? You got to leave your house. If you want to stay home, that's fine. But your husband loves you very much. He wants you to have some fun. He wants you to feel better. He is by your side 24/7. He's actually showing me that you something happened in the bed. Have you felt him in your bed?
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
so
a lot lately for the first time ever.
Yeah.
I woke up and I thought he was lying next to me, and I pulled back the sheets, and when I saw he wasn't, I burst into tears, and that never happened before.
But he was there.
It felt like he was there. It was.
How do I know that he's in your bed?
Yeah, no, it was the first time that ever happened, and it was terrifying actually, because I was afraid to turn over and look at him.
Right.
But I knew, finally I bravely did it. Yeah.
But that's your confirmation, sweetie, that your husband's still around you. And he does love you and he's still with you. You're not alone. So you let him support you and feeling a little better or trying to do something fun in your life. He doesn't want you housebound. He's like, you're not an old lady.
No.
He's like, you're missing out.
Yeah, it's easy to play widow, victim, sick person. It's safe,
But right there, you already have that awareness or the consciousness to realize I didn't say it, you said it about the victim, okay? So don't get mad at me.
No, I do. I like it. I know.
But that's where change starts, when we have that. I was a victim once. I had depression. My life was destroyed. But look where it brought me to, like, doing stuff that I never knew I could do or would like to do or could do, right? So change starts with each one of us, right? Nothing changes as our life unless we do something different. And he's here to just encourage you to do so.
Okay.
I hope that helps you.
Don't
come at me to yell at Jen because you won't know how to find me. So
No, but I did want to jump in really quick. Does anybody in the group need to leave or want to go off camera for a while? I did put that in private chat for you guys, but I didn't know if anybody needed to step out.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Okay. If for any reason you guys need to step out, just raise your hand and I'll pop you out. Like if you need to go to the bathroom or blow your nose or do whatever you need, or check and see if your husband's in the bed. I always know because I can having me in my back. but let me know. And Sherri, wanted to tell you too, we've got a couple of people in chat who are dying to come in. I don't know if you can take more people on.
Yeah, let me finish these two and we'll see where we go. I can't see the chat. You can see it. I can't. So I
can see it. So everybody who's watching right now, if you're waiting to pop in, Sherri's going to do a couple more, and I'm going to then post a link for you guys to come in. And when you come in, you're going to be sitting and waiting. You may not be able to see us, but we'll see you, and then I'll pop you in. Okay?
How come? Is there a way I can see, or I'd have to go on my phone to be able to see?
You'd have to be able to go on your phone, but don't worry, I'm stalking the chat. I got it.
Okay. Okay. Let me know if any of my friends show up. Okay.
Will do.
Okay, thanks. Okay, so I hope that helped you, KJ.
No, there's been a lot of decisions that have had to be made starting in January. I had a third transplant, and some things have to change.
Well, look you're meant to be here if you're surviving transplants. So,
but I really appreciate that about the baby. That's very beautiful.
Yeah, and people don't realize. Some people don't realize that babies, even if you have an abortion or termination, they're still a soul.
I always wonder.
So maybe that's why it got brought up, because it was something you wondered about.
A lot, yeah.
Yeah. So
thank you.
Have no guilt or have no remorse about that. I kind of believe a baby that comes in, and I'm not saying you had an abortion, but let's talk terminations. Some people feel really guilty about it, right? I kind of believe, it's hard. It's hard because we can't prove, it's just my belief, right? But I kind of believe that these babies knew they weren't going to be born.
I do too. I believe it was an experience they agreed to, just like mine, my husband's, yours. Yeah.
And you guys, suffering. I had depression. I had a perfect life destroyed, but now I can look back on gratitude for that pain because it opened up my abilities. We almost have to break open our heart to get to our soul.
Amen.
But some people don't find the strength to do it, and some do. So never give up, because something you could feel like shit today, guys, but tomorrow you wake up like, hey, I had the dream. I feel great. I've had clients in severe grief for 5 years. I had one this week. She called me. She's like, you're not going to believe it. I'm okay now. Somehow it just lifts, like the fog lifts and you go back to living. And obviously your husband's still in your bed. Okay. So you're not alone. Okay. So I hope you continue. We'll just ask the angels. I work with archangels too. We're just going to invite the angels, Jesus, come in, God, to send you healing in the highest and best way for you and everybody here and listening. So
thank you.
You take care. Is it Alice?
Elise.
Elise.
Or Alice, Allie, I don't care.
Okay, Elise. Who did you want to talk to?
Nobody specific.
Because I don't feel like you don't have a lost parent or anything. I don't feel any strong connection.
Mm-mm.
Do you have anyone that died in a car accident?
My cousin.
Okay. Did you know your cousin well?
He was like 3.
Okay. So you wouldn't have a lot of memories with him. Do you know if the car rolled over?
No.
Because there's somebody
Brigitte.
here. Not yet?
Brigitte.
That's
Oh, is it Brigitte?
yeah.
What can you take of this?
My husband died in a rollover.
Okay. At least I'm coming back to you.
Okay.
Because I definitely heard rollover. And even before I started this thing, I kept hearing car. So, but I definitely heard rollover. Okay. What's your husband's name?
Philippe.
Philippe. Why didn't you talk to me 10 minutes ago? Was the accident not his fault?
I think it kind of was. 2 other people lost their life, and he was trying to pass a couple of cars and didn't quite make it and hit another car.
Because I'm hearing he tried to avoid something, though. Like, I feel like there was a swerve. So I guess maybe that would be the passing of the car.
Yeah, he thought it was one car he was passing, but he was passing 2 cars and couldn't make it back over and head-on collision.
I was going to say, did he pretty much die instantly?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. You know, even if he was transported to a hospital, I feel like his brain, like he wasn't going to make it. You know, I just feel it was pretty instant. He wants you to know he didn't suffer. Okay. Was this, I'm hearing the number 5. So was it 5 years ago, or does the month of May go with him?
May's his birthday.
Okay, that's it. Okay, because what mediums we hear 5, and that could be like
May's when he passed away. His birthday was in March. He passed in May.
Okay, so that's what it is. So when we get a month, it's like a birthday, a death day, anniversary, something like that. Okay.
Right.
Oh God. Okay, hold on. Have you ever heard from him before, or am I the first person?
I'm intuitive. I have.
So you can hear him yourself.
We had a really bad last few months before he passed away, and it was very upsetting.
Yeah, this makes sense because he was coming in to say sorry to you.
He came to me one time. He didn't speak, and he was on the bottom stairs of the bedroom, and he peed on the steps. That was that. That's what I got, and that's when I cut it off, and I haven't heard from him since. That's why I'm.
Wait, you're telling me in spirit he peed on your step? You don't have an animal that could have done that? I always try to take the last.
I watched him. I physically watched him do it.
Oh, so you clairvoyantly saw him?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I do. Let's go back to that. So I was feeling though he was coming in to apologize to you. Could he raise his voice quite a bit?
Yeah, I guess.
Like borderline aggressive in a way? Like I want to I feel like if I'm you, I'd be like, tone it down, take it down a notch. Like almost like I feel like you would kind of back up from him. Does that make sense?
Oh, I wouldn't back up from him, no.
But like if he was getting really loud, would you like put your hands up and like, hey, back? Like, so when I say back up, it's like, stop. I'm not going to take this shit. I'm not going to listen to it.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Oh no, he knew that. Yeah, he knew that.
Oh yeah, he's asking me, are you seeing numbers? Have you been noticing numbers?
Oh, absolutely, all the time.
Is there any numbers that go with you at all, or his birthday or anything like that? Because he's sending you numbers specifically, so it wouldn't just be 111. You know what I mean?
Right. No, I do. Yes, I do. We have like street numbers and street names like that are Pine connections, and it's just you can't make that crap up. You know what I mean?
Here's your confirmation you're not crazy and you can't make this shit up. He's like, her and those damn birds, though.
Nice confirmation. I like that. Someone else is confused. I'm not crazy.
Yeah. He's talking about the birds making a mess. So did you just clean a bird cage today? Or is that just common? Like
Oh
I
my,
see all the
my,
bird
I did
stuff outside the cages on the floors, and I don't know if that bothered him.
everywhere.
Did it bother him?
He never knew my birds.
Oh, he didn't.
He
Well,
was
because he's
around
showing me
them.
the mess on the floor of the birds, though.
Oh yeah, always.
Okay, so that would just be your, evidence that he's in your
He's
house and
around.
knows the birds are making a mess. Okay. How
Mhm.
long has he been gone?
14 years. No, wait a minute. 16 years.
Do you still have a piece of clothing of his, like a shirt or a jacket?
I think I still got his riding boots.
I want to put
That's the
something
only thing
on.
I
You don't
have.
have a coat, a jacket, a blanket. I want to actually physically put something over me. After he died, did you ever do anything like that? Because I'm deaf. Okay. Or do you have a mom or grandpa? Somebody, I'm telling you right now, you have someone's jacket, shirt, or blanket. Something's going over my shoulders. You have that from anybody in spirit. Who's Joe or Joseph?
My Uncle Joe.
Oh, do you have his coat or his blanket or anything? Or shirt? Francesca?
No, he's my uncle.
Okay, well, I'm just looking for somebody who's got a fit. So, Brigitte, you don't have a mom or grandma's, any shirt, any blanket, because I may be switching spirits, but I want to make sure it's not you.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Let me just close with you first, then we'll get to the next spirit. Okay. He's sorry for a lot of things. Would that make sense? Brigitte?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And I have to say, though, he did love you in his own way. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
As much as he was capable of loving, he loved you like, as much as he could. And he did care very deeply for you. Is that something that you needed to hear?
I kind of knew that, and I'm kind of past all that because it really doesn't make a difference anymore. I've worked through all that, So it's nice to know.
He
You know,
probably
I
needs to say it for his soul. I mean, who wouldn't want to hear that, right? So he probably
right.
needed, a medium. Like we're trying to bring you healing, but they're getting healing too. He
He
wishes.
needs more. He needs more, I'm sure. I've done a lot of work, girlfriend. I've been,
Yeah.
oof, yeah.
But he's
I
saying
was
he
lost
wishes he
for a
would have.
long time.
He wishes he would have treated you better, though.
Yeah, I'm sure he did. Yeah,
Excuse me.
But he does love
he
you.
has regrets. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. I hope that helped you in some way.
it
Keep saying
did.
birds. He doesn't like the mess on the bird floor on the floor, though. I don't know. He's mentioning all the droppings.
Can you ask him what that peen on the steps meant? Because I found that very disrespectful, and I don't understand how
Attention.
He's not acknowledging that he did it, so he's just being quiet on that. If you don't want to
Well,
talk
he
about
did. He did. Okay, he was a really bad alcoholic, and he used to pee in my underwear drawer, thinking it was the bathroom. So he might have done it and not really realize he did it because
yeah, he might.
Wow.
it was my underwear drawer. He thought it was the bathroom. So
Yeah, I mean, if he did do it, I would say it wasn't to be
he might have
just
had
see
a
off
very
at you or
strange-
anything. You know what I mean? No. He just wants you to know he's around, and he just wants you to be okay. So obviously your birds bring you a lot of love, but I am actually hearing also to tell you to always stay balanced. Would that make sense?
Absolutely. That's yeah.
So I don't know if that's one of your
Everything works.
challenges. Yeah, but
Everything
there's some
works.
up and down stuff. So yeah, they're just saying like stay in balance as much as you can.
Right.
So I hope that helped you. Okay.
Well, thank you.
So welcome, Louise, Heather, Francesca. So hold on.
Well,
So you guys think of your loved ones because who did we just lose? Oh, the lady.
Brigitte.
Okay. So there's a mom here, and one of you has the ring. That could be a wedding ring, a ring. And I'm not taking that away.
I have my
We have
mother's engagement ring.
That's a ring, and that's like a wedding ring. And is your mom in spirit?
Yeah.
Okay. Did she have any chest or lung issues or like heart? Because I want to go.
They think so. They think that's what she passed from.
A heart attack?
A clot of some kind.
Yeah, there's because I definitely want to go here. Okay. What's your mom's name?
Louise.
Same as yours. Or you're just using a different name. One of the I feel like so she was here one day and gone the next. It was like,
Yeah, it was kind of quick.
did she spend a lot of time in the kitchen or did she pass in the kitchen? She's showing me the kitchen.
Oh, she spent a lot of time in the kitchen.
Okay, so this is your mom. And I don't like to be that's kind of generic to me, but oh, Jen's back. Okay, what the hell she's making? She's making me do stuff. So this is different. Jen knows what I'm doing. Like make us stir stuff. So she's showing me like on the stove and I'm stirring stuff and I'm throwing all kinds of shit in it. So I don't know if that's
Like a stew.
Oh, yeah, the sauce.
Yeah.
Was she
It's like a
Italian?
stew.
Italian sauce.
Yeah. Okay.
Because everything's going in there, but I definitely I'm going around with the spoon over and over and over. And oh my god, and I'm gonna start talking with an accent. Did she have an accent?
No. I
She has
mean, Long Island accent. That's about it.
That's it, because I was gonna say New York accents. That's what I was about to do. Like nobody could make it like me. And I just got back from Long Island, so that could be why she's bringing it up. But nobody, like, I'm sorry, no, including you, nobody can make her sauce like her. She's mentioning, and I'm sorry I'm talking fast, but this is her energy and she's making me. Did she put sugar in her sauce? She's mentioning sugar was a secret ingredient in the sauce. Would that make any sense?
At times, not all the time.
And now she wants me to start crushing stuff. I don't know if I'm damn crushing tomatoes or what.
Could be.
Making me
They used to bottle tomatoes. Yeah.
Oh, because that would be because I feel like I'm like, what do we the mashed potato thing that has those holes in it? I feel like I'm doing that, but I'm doing it to tomatoes. So I guess that would be the preserves or something like that. You're real close with her, yeah? Like you feel like you lost your best friend. Like you were like you and your mom. Did you talk to her every day on the phone or go over there? Like you guys were consistently or constantly yapping. And your mother knew everyone's business.
Yeah.
So like, like would she call you, call your sister, call your brother? Like she was like checking up on everybody all the time.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Well, yeah, she's a busybody, she's saying. But in a loving way, because she loved the family. And she was all about tradition and the family and everybody coming over. And why do I want to break bread? So was bread a big thing with her?
Well, we were Italian. So, I mean, the family was always there and it was always, she made bread.
She made bread? Okay, because I'm holding bread and I want to just break it in half for some reason. That could just be her showing me we had bread all the time, okay? Is your dad passed also?
Mm-hmm.
So what's his name? Is there a J name, a John or anybody? Or Joe? Joe?
I had an Uncle Joe. That was my mother's brother.
Okay. So is he deceased also?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So she's not alone. So I don't know if you ever questioned that. They're all together. Okay.
My father's with her?
Yes. There's So is Joe a Giuseppe?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's here. Did you know him well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very.
Is I'm seeing my friend's father, who's Italian in New York, and he played a saxophone. So I don't know why I'm thinking of him unless somebody played music because I'm seeing the saxophone, but I don't know if that goes with you or not. But they're just showing you my friends. They're showing me my friend's father, but he was a Joe and a Giuseppe. That could just be why. Oh my God. So I heard tough guy. So is one of these guys in the mob? Are connected to the mob?
Yeah.
So this is sorry. This is hysterical. I'm known for talking to the Chicago mob and New York mob and dead kids. I don't know what this damn mob connection is, but I was in Long Island too, was mob. Like one guy had a 12-foot freezer with a chain and lock in his kitchen. And the daughter thought he only had Twinkies in the freezer. I'm like, look underneath it. So does the mob go with Joe or Giuseppe?
Yeah.
Okay. So, hey, it's business, So that's just to validate that it really is him. Okay. Have you been thinking about exercising?
I always think about it.
Well, they're saying do it because they want you to take care of your health.
Mm.
Okay. It's not your time to go, and I would never predict death. No professional should. And I'm not saying that, so please don't think that.
Right.
But they're definitely wanting you more active, even if it was going for a walk. Just because I think it's going to make you feel better, okay?
Okay.
Is there a, oh, damn, I'm hearing that Claude or Claudia again. Is there a C name? A hard C or a hard K? Or it might be for Jen. Is there like a Claude, a Claudia, Clara? It could be an Italian name that I've never heard of. Is there a CL name?
Caroline,
Hey, who's that?
my mother's sister.
Okay, so is she passed?
Yeah.
Okay. So again, they're
But
having,
she didn't go by Caroline, but that was her name, Caroline.
that works for me. It's going to be a hard C or a hard K. But they're all having the time of their life. Did they play cards or games?
My mother did. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, do you have a letter or a card from her still?
Oh, I have many things from her, probably.
Okay, well, it's be specifically a letter or a card, okay?
Okay.
Was she really religious? Do you have a rosary? I see a necklace, like a rosary.
I might. I might.
Was
I
your
might
mom,
have.
did your mom believe in God or go to church?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So I believe it's a rosary because I want to like go, well, you can't see, but I want to like go down. Like
Okay.
it's something longer. It's not like a necklace that's just hanging here. You know what I mean?
Yep.
She's never left your side. You feel her? I feel like you feel her or you sense her.
I think I do. It's harder with her. Yeah.
And what man had a hearing problem? Where I want to say, like, like men, like my dad did that. He'd act like he was deaf.
Selective hearing or real hearing problem?
Selective hearing. Like I want to go,
my husband.
Okay, so he did that. Yeah. My mom made my dad get his hearing tested. The diagnosis was spouse deafness.
Mhm.
I'm not kidding. That is they're like immune to your tone of voice. So he's just like, yeah, he's like, you just women talk too much or something like that. He's giving me that kind of feeling. Hold on one sec.
Sherri, I feel her grandmother. They feel Sicilian to me. I feel the nonna.
Do you?
I do. I feel like a hard ass nonna. Perché guardi, sono italiana. Luis.
How many languages does this lady know?
No, I feel the nonna really, really strong. I think that's where you're picking up the rosary, is because the nonna and the mother butted heads like this.
Maybe.
That's what I'm feeling. They loved each other, but it was a constant head butting. But I think the rosary's from her.
Yeah, you need to find out if you have the rosary and then find out whose rosary you have because we can't confirm it unless you confirm it.
Right.
I actually feel like you have a little box. Do you have a little box or a jewelry box?
I have her jewelry box.
Mom's or grandma's, because this might decide it right here.
My mom's.
Okay, have you looked in there lately to know if that rosary's in that box?
I haven't looked at. I mean, I've looked in there within the last couple of months, but can't remember if there's a rosary in there or not. I mean, I know that there's a lot of stuff in there, and I know that there's a cross in there, but I don't know if there's a
cross would work for me. Is a cross on a necklace? That would be like a rosary.
Probably, yeah.
Okay, so if there's a cross, that's the same thing as a rosary to medium. Because it's a religious theme.
Yep.
But just please know your mom is constantly here. You have a whole bunch of families over here. This mobster guy is funny. Man wouldn't take any shit from anybody. I'll tell you that much. Did they know the Gottis? I guess we shouldn't say this on Zoom, but he's mentioning.
I don't know.
I knew the Gottis.
and if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
Okay.
No, I don't know.
Who else said they knew the Gottis?
Oh, I did. I actually worked for them in New York. I opened up one of their clubs in Manhattan.
Oh, wow. See, you can't make this up. So
and one of the crime shows I worked on was uncovering some of the garbage that they had done.
Do you see anything of my husband?
What was his name again?
Michael.
Wait, how'd you?
I don't get Michael, but I get such a strong Francisco, like Francesco.
Frank is my father.
Okay, I get him a lot.
Very close to him.
Yeah, I get him a lot. He's a very soft man. He's a very crazy kind, like maybe too kind to a fault. I pick up cum a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, Michael, did we say how he died? Did we already mention that or not?
We didn't say it. He died from cancer.
He was the love of your life, right? Ow.
Jen knows my son.
Yeah. Oh, that's right, Louise. I didn't realize that was
Yes.
you.
Yeah.
I do know her son.
Yeah.
Can I jump in for a second, Sherry?
Yeah, quick. Okay, let me just say this real quick. Did somebody have a stroke or a headache or a shot in the head? Because I'm getting a really bad headache. And that's aneurysm, stroke, gunshot in the head. It's something with the head.
I'm trying to think.
This is anybody in the group too. This is not directed just at Louise. You guys are in the gallery. So
like I really have a bad headache. But go ahead, John. You can go ahead.
well, I'm just thinking it might help us better understand, because before Louise came in, one of the things that I kept getting, and I'm not sure it's attached to Louise, but there's somebody who comes in for me really strong that's showing me a train track. They're showing me like freight trains, like passenger trains and freight trains going by in their line of view. So this would have been like where they grew up or where they lived. But I also see water really close to those train tracks with them. And that like blue, it looks just like, I don't know, there's a real thing with blue water, but I got cancer and leg issues. So I saw cancer and really bad issues with the legs, like holding water, weakness in the legs and knee problems. And so I'm not sure who that's connected to in the group, but that's coming in, and it may even be somebody in the chat. So I wanted to throw it out so I can get that off of me.
Yeah, no, throw it out there because you never know. I mean, the spirits here, we're here to serve, right? So whoever it's for. I actually hear the name Jean also. Do you know Jean, Louise?
I do.
Okay. Did she have a headache? Because my head is killing me. And if you don't find out who.
She died suddenly, and I'm not really sure, but I think it was heart. I'm not really sure.
Well, it might be her because I'm just like, I mean, as Jen was talking, I'm like, you can see me. I'm like, stop. Because it really hurts. And it doesn't stop until we figure it out. But then I heard the name Jean. So you do have an Aunt Jean. She's in spirit.
It's not an aunt. It was a friend.
Okay. Friend of yours? Okay.
Yeah.
Is there somebody like a male with a T name, like a Tom, Thomas, or it could be an Italian T, which I wouldn't know. Antonio, Tony, I don't know.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Well, I have an Uncle Tom, and I have
Tom. So did you know
Uncle
Tom?
Anthony too?
Okay, well, I heard Tom, but I might have got both, but I heard Tom. So did you know Tom? Mm-hmm. Who's got the Italian connection to Italy, like they lived in Italy? Did your Uncle Tom live in Italy at one time or come over here?
Caroline did. I don't know. She was born in Italy. I don't know if any of the other brothers were.
Okay, was your mom a reader? Your mom's showing me a book. Unless you have her Bible or a book.
I have a Bible.
There you go. Well, okay. What did your mom die of? Because there goes my head.
We don't know. So it was a clot to the brain, but we don't know if it came from the heart or not.
Thank you. That's all I needed. Because I'm like, it's your mother. Okay. Thank God you finally said the clot in the brain. So she had a clot in the brain?
Yeah, but we don't know if it came from her heart. They don't know where it's shot from.
Okay, well, that's irrelevant because I'm glad you told me that now because that's why my head hurts. And I just like, it's not going to stop until we figured it out. So let me see if the pain's going away. Yes, thank you. Okay. So we remain in pain until you claim it. Okay. She's showing me, was Christmas really important to her? Like she's showing me the holidays.
Oh, yeah.
And she's bringing me to the tablecloth, the table settings and all that. Like she had a certain way of doing things. Would that make sense?
Yeah.
She wants you. Okay. She's mentioning candles and candlesticks too. So did she like always put candles or do you have her candlesticks?
What I have are 2 dolls that she had made. Must have been about 10. So they have to be about 58 years old. And they're holding candlesticks.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait. I was like, no, don't make it fit because I know.
I have them.
Okay, and they're holding okay, I've never heard of a doll holding a candlestick. So this is your mom. Your husband's not coming through strong, so I'm sorry. Unless your mom's pushing him out of the way.
It could be.
I mean, they can do that, guys. Like they can push those spirits out. If they talked a lot in real life, they can talk a lot over there. Okay. There's also a man. This might be your father. Did your dad have, or think of your husband too, or any guy, I feel like there's a man here with a cane or would have used a walker that had a walking issue towards the end when they were elderly.
That's my dad.
Okay, and I want to, that's what I was feeling. And he's coming in obviously with your mom, but I kind of want to hunch over. So did he kind of like did his my hands going to my back? So did his like lower back or hips bother him?
He couldn't. It was just from his sickness. He couldn't walk very well.
Okay, and then
towards the end,
did they like Frank Sinatra, or am I going back to the mob?
He liked all music. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. No, seriously, you guys. I was reading some the other day, and he had a picture. I'm like, why do I see Frank Sinatra and D. Martin? He goes, oh, my dad was friends with him. And he showed me an autographed picture from Frank Sinatra. So they did like music because he's showing me like Sinatra. He's also showing me like a fedora or like a hat. Did he wear hats?
My uncle did.
Which
no, my father did wear a hat.
Thank you. Okay. But he feels like a very proud man to me.
Very
strong man too.
Very.
I wouldn't mess with this guy, but he loved the family. I wouldn't want to be the neighbor he didn't like.
That's true.
Would that make sense?
Yes.
He showed me a gun too. So did he have guns?
Yeah, he was a cop.
Oh, okay. So that makes sense. Wait, so we got the mob and the cops in the same family. What could go wrong? So, okay. So he was showing me a gun. Okay.
Yeah.
He actually liked his job. I mean, he was kind of a tough cop. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But so, I mean, you have your whole family here. I just got to keep moving on because we have like, like we're
yeah. No, I got it.
Readings, but I mean, just so you know, you got Tommy, whatever, Frank, whatever you said, and you got mom, you got all kinds of them. And do you have a brother?
He died as a baby. I did, but
Okay, well, your brother's here too.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so even again, we talked about babies, right? They're just acknowledging you have a brother, so that means they got your brother with them too. So I hope that helped you.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome, sweetie.
That's amazing.
Okay, thank you. Okay, hold on. Let me shake my head out. It's like knock the rocks out of it, spirit out of it. Okay, hold on. So who do we have? Heather and is it Casey or Cassie?
Yep, Casey.
So I can't see you at all because you were in the dark.
Oh, sorry.
Heather, who do you want to talk to? Oh, that's better.
My dad.
Who said that? Heather?
Yeah, Heather.
Okay.
Or my grandma.
No mom?
My mom.
Okay. Have you found feathers?
Yes.
So who do you think that is? Because they were confirming that you're finding the feathers.
I think it's my dad or my grandpa.
Okay, let's see. I would say it's a man who liked to, did dad or which one? Dad or grandpa? I feel like one of them liked to tell stories, would have a military connection.
My grandpa was a colonel in the army.
Okay, perfect.
And he was registered with the what is it? The Audubon Society.
Oh, cool.
Is it whatever that is for bird watching? Yeah.
Oh, so we got more birds going on here. Oh my God. Jeez. You can help take care of the dead birds over there, right?
700.
Okay. And okay, hold on. And did you know him well? So if I bring up anything.
Yeah, very well.
Why do I want to go to my toes? Do you know if you have any toe problems? Diabetics get their toe cut off. Why do I want to go to my foot or my toe and having an issue? Unless he just had a walking issue.
I have problems with my feet.
Do you have problems with your toes? Because I see a toe.
Yes.
Okay. They're saying take care of it. Are you going to a doctor?
Yes.
So again, they would bring up the toe just to show you that they're in your house, right?
Crazy because it happened and it's one toe. So yeah.
Yeah, and I got toe problems too. That's probably I think I get hair and toes from being a hairdresser and my toes are icky.
That kind of stuff.
Here we go. This might have been for you in the audience. Do you have one of their shirts or jackets or coats?
I have my dad's shirt. Yes.
Okay, so I don't know if you were listening earlier when I was on.
Yeah.
It was probably for you because right away I'm going, oh, no, I'm going back to putting something on. Okay.
Yeah, I have a shirt that I bought on the way to my grandfather's funeral, which was a Pittsburgh Steelers shirt. And then I also have one of my dad's. My dad always wore flannel.
Okay. And don't tell me too much because I won't have anything to tell you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, it's like, I want to drink. Did he like drink a little bit?
My dad was an alcoholic.
Okay. Again, like it's so weird. They just make me like take my hand. Like they make me physically want to go get a drink. Like it's crazy. Little rough around the edges sometimes. or
Uh,
ornery at times?
My grandfather, my Popeye is what we called him. He was of course a colonel in the army, so he was very strict.
But your dad was the alcoholic.
Yes.
Okay.
And Dad could be strict.
Okay. Do you have a black and white picture up in your house that's in a frame?
Yes.
Okay. Who's in that picture? Dad?
My dad.
Okay, thank you. So this is Dad I'm talking to. So he just gave me that so we could differentiate between Dad and Grandpa. Okay. So Dad's in your house. He also liked a certain chair. Would that make sense?
Yes.
Do you have the chair?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. Are you sitting in the chair?
No.
Okay, because he's like, why aren't you sitting in it?
Because it's at my house.
Okay. But that was his like fave spot. Like he watched a lot of TV too.
Yeah.
Okay. Did he burp?
He did. He always would do that. Yeah.
Thank you. I was like, he's just like showing me belching. I'm like, okay. I mean, so it's funny, like some spirits come in really strong. Some don't. Your dad's coming in super strong. But you need to know he really loved you. Like I feel like this man would have protected you.
Yeah.
Would that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Is there anyone that's named Kathy or a K name?
My sister.
Oh, can't make that shit up.
Still here.
Is she still alive?
Yes.
Okay. So that's just acknowledgement. You know, he's just acknowledging your sister. And obviously by getting a name, you're going to believe me more, right? Or you're going to believe it's really him, that I'm not making this stuff up. Is she in the room with you?
No.
Oh, I thought I saw you talking to somebody. Okay.
Oh, it was me. I'm like, woo.
Okay. Hold on. Would it be fair? Like I'm getting a message for you that everything is going to be okay. Is that something you need to hear?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So I'm getting that headache again. Who died for you with an aneurysm or a stroke or a brain bleed, something like that?
We're not sure what the final diagnosis was, but Dad passed. He had cancer and was doing better, and then he died suddenly.
Yeah, like seriously, like, I'm rubbing my head and it hurts like so bad. Okay. He had a lot left to say. So did you feel like things were left unsaid?
Yes.
And I feel like you tried talking to him. Would that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
He has regrets about not having those conversations too. But he wants you to talk and say what you want to do, which I'm sure you've done.
Yeah.
So whatever you want to say, you guys, to anybody here, talk to him. They hear it. Okay. Would it be fair to say like he wishes he would have spent more time with the family?
Yeah.
Okay. Heather keeps freezing. He's apologizing for that. And you need to hear from him, I love you. Would that make sense?
Yeah.
Oh my God, normally like I'm in person with people, I'd like give her a hug. He does love you, but he's so sorry for a lot of things. Like, would it be fair to say like alcohol got the best of him?
He was an alcoholic.
Yeah, but so when he did get drunk, was he worse when he was drunk?
More a mentally kind of abusive person.
Yeah. Like, I feel like he would just like tell people to shut up, like shut up, sit down, get out of my face. Kind of, does that make sense?
Not that kind of thing, but it was understood that when he said things, you just kind of listened and.
Yeah. He wishes he would have been a better listener. Okay. He wishes like he didn't take his family for granted. Does that resonate with you?
A little.
Yeah. But he's here to say, I love you. And he's still around you.
I smell his cigarettes all the time.
Good. So that's proof, and hold on.
Ooh.
He's not alone. There's a few other people there with him.
Oh.
Did you guys have a dog?
Bo. Mm-hmm.
Did he like love that dog, or was that his dog? Because he's bringing up the dog. The dog's over there.
He got the dog for me when I got hurt when I was very young.
Okay, so that'd be like a shared memory.
Till the end, he was the one that put him down when he had to go.
Okay, so he has the dog, sweetie.
That's awesome.
And you're gonna be okay. But they are saying stay on top of your health.
Okay.
Okay. I hope that helped you. I know you're crying.
It's just
air hugs or something.
Thank you.
You're welcome. God bless you. Take care. Okay, I just gotta get rid of this headache, guys. So hold on.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's the job. They just
Dad, go away. Let her head hurt, not hurt.
It's okay. It's probably something else too with a head problem. Yeah, there is. Heather, I might be jumping, but oh, she jumped off. Okay. Oh well.
I'm here.
Oh, I was asking about the number 3 or March.
That's my birthday in a few days.
Happy birthday to you from your dad.
Thank you.
You can't make this up. I knew it. You okay?
Terry, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Okay. And also, you guys, if spirit doesn't come through, you can always ask me like a psychic question or something like that. So Elise, who did you said there really was no one dead, right? So we got somebody that died in the car accident.
I'm kind of open to whoever wants to come through because I've been told that I'm always surrounded by people, that I'm never alone, that there's always somebody with me.
Right, but you don't have anyone really close to you that died though that you want to hear from?
I have a friend that passed away.
What's the connection to a motorcycle or a bike?
My dad used to drive motorcycles.
Is he passed?
No. But his stepfather, one of his stepfathers, owned a motorcycle shop.
Bingo. Did you know him well?
Not really.
Okay, so that's gonna be hard.
I mean, he's the only living grandfather that I ever knew because both of my actual grandfathers passed before I was ever born.
You know a Steve or a Steven? Alive or dead?
No.
An S, so it would be an S name. Steve, Steven, Sam. It's got to be an S.
My best friend growing up was Sam, but she's still alive.
Can you guys take a dead Sam or Steven or something like that?
My dad's still alive and his name is Steven.
Okay.
And my grandmother, his mom, passed away, but I never got to meet her.
Okay, hold on. Let me sort this out in my head.
Like everything that you've said has been related to me in some way, shape, or form. It's really weird. Like I have a grandmother that just passed 2 years ago. It was Catherine.
Okay. Is she like cooking?
Kinda.
Or spend time in the kitchen?
She kinda did.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can get her. Either that, you other two people here pay attention because we're going to see where I'm going. It's not up to me. It's whoever decides to talk to me, you know? Okay. Does somebody have, first I'm just going to Elise, but it might not be for you. Does somebody in the family have a bracelet of hers or a watch? Like I want to go to my wrist. She's making me grab my wrist.
We got one of her watches. We got a bunch of her jewelry, but I think we got one of her watches.
Okay. Does the number 2 go with her? So that could be 2 years, February, birthday, death date.
She died about 2 years ago, I think.
Did she cough at all? Or like, I want to go to my chest and go, like, did she have any breathing difficulties at the end? It doesn't have to be her whole life, just like towards the end.
I don't know. Cause like she was in hospice. And at that point, like I didn't see her for several years before she passed.
Oh, so you wouldn't even know that then. Okay.
No. I mean, I have asthma.
Well, then that means I would go with you. So did you recently have an issue with your asthma? Because they could be showing me that you recently had an issue with it just to prove to you that they're around you.
Not a big issue. I mean, I'm always having trouble breathing.
Okay, that could be it then. It would just be proof that they're around you when you have asthma and you always have issues. You know what I mean?
Right.
Did grandma play cards? Do you have memories with her of playing cards or games? Or even puzzles? I feel like I'm sitting at a table.
I think she might have.
But it had to be specific that you would know. So like when you were little, did you go to her house? Did you play cards? Did you see like the family play games?
We always had family game nights, and my grandma, before I'd get on the bus when I was little, we'd play like little war games with cards and Go Fish and Old Maid and stuff like that.
And what else?
And I was really close to my grandma, and that's who I was begging to talk to tonight.
Okay. So when I say things, I forget. So did anything else I told Elise?
You brought up a sax player. His name was Joseph, and that was my grandma's dad. And he played for a band in Chicago, like for mafia
There
stuff.
we go again.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
When you
when I
brought that
come
up,
to-
I got chills.
But were you on the screen then, or were you in the audience?
I was in the audience.
So you can't make this up. This is what the problem is when people in the audience, and I can't see any of the comments in the audience. So I
Yeah,
don't know what's
I
going
had
on.
chills and I didn't want to interrupt because Luis had the connection too. And I'm like, it sounds like my family as well. And
That's
she
what
was a
happens.
big
My
cook.
family too.
They
Yeah.
can't come in together. So anyone who's
Italians.
in the audience, take it, because like, I'll do audiences of 100 people and 6 people can take the information. It's Spirit like does that so everybody gets a message when we can't get to everybody, because we can't do this for like 6 hours. We fry out, It was really weird though. My friend that lives in New York, her dad plays the sax, and I kept seeing
Mhm.
sax.
Yeah, that's what we have, a picture of him playing the saxophone.
And I'm glad we figured that out.
My dad was in a band too.
Okay. But what can you take, Casey, that I said to Elise?
Well, like, because she was real big with cooking too. Spaghetti was her big, but it's like the Italian thing. It's so common. And and Thomas, that's my grandpa. That's her husband, Thomas Francis.
Wow. See,
Yeah.
they are tag teaming. They're like
Yeah.
people together. Okay. How about, did I mention something about coughing to you, Elise? I want to go here.
Yes.
Again. So did you say it was Cassie or Casey?
Casey.
Okay, Casey. Do you know if it's, I want to go to my chest again and I want to take deep breaths because she wasn't sure.
My grandma, when she passed, I was with her. Like, she was on hospice too, and I was by her bedside talking to her a lot. It was me and my cousin Dawn. We sat with her, but it was renal failure for her, and she had strokes a lot with her head, and it didn't go diagnosed.
So you didn't
Like,
see
they
her
missed it.
last breath then or anything, because I wanted to still take a deep breath.
Yeah, we watched her. I was at the foot of her bed when she.
So you saw her take her last breath because she keeps making me go.
Yeah, it was the worst sound.
Did
Huh?
you? Well, that's probably why she's bringing it up for evidence. I'm sorry to bring it up. Did you guys say a prayer over her? Okay. Was she kind of out of it then where you weren't sure that she
Yeah, she talked about angels, like looking up in the corner, and then brought up her mom.
Okay. So know that she knows you guys were there and that you prayed over her. Okay. Does she have dentures or what's going on with teeth? She's mentioning her teeth. What is this about teeth or the
She chipped her tooth before where she kind of looked like Floyd Christmas, like eating cherries, and because she would take sleeping medicine that would knock her out, and she'd watch Home Shopping Network and buy stuff, but she busted her tooth with cherries.
Yeah, okay. Because she's bringing up her teeth. I'm like, what's with your teeth? Okay. She's really proud of the work you've done on yourself. Would that make any sense? Or the work you do or the work you've done on yourself?
Probably with how I take care of my kids and stuff. Like, we're going through a lot right now. So trying to be strong and hold it together with that.
That would make sense because she's saying she's really proud of you. Okay. You're not doing it alone. You need to know she's there. Okay. Do you have memories of going to her house when you were younger?
Yeah, always. I lived with her.
Wait, don't tell me too much.
Sorry.
Otherwise, I'm not, it's called feeding the media. She's bringing me to a bunch of sweets. Like, did she have a lot of sweets at her house when you go over to her house?
Yes, constantly. Or the kids. Like, when I would take the kids over when they were babies, it was automatic snacks for them.
Yeah, but she showed me definitely sweet stuff.
Yeah, cakes.
Doritos. Yeah, it's candy, cakes, desserts, it's sweet stuff. So what the hell? So when people home make apple pie, this is weird. Did she make apple pie?
She baked some stuff, but I don't recall that.
Okay, so what I'm going to show you is what I saw. Like, when someone makes a pie, you know how they can like make those crisscross, like they put like thin strips of dough this way and then this way. Does that mean anything to you? Did she make any kind of dessert that had?
She would make Italian cookies and stuff, but I don't think like pies don't sound. Yeah, the ribbons.
Yeah, I don't know what is that what you call it? So is there anything she made though that would have something that would be like that shaped? Wait, I can't even, I'm looking in the mirror. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, like lattice shape or.
Yeah. That would be like lattice shaped. Yes, that's a perfect way of explaining it. And I'm going to steal that from you. I saw it so clearly in my third eye.
That's so
But
crazy.
it's
I don't
just a
know.
memory that you made it with her only one time in your life. Did you have any memory of making apple pie with or a pie? I guess it could be blueberry. I don't see apples.
Yeah.
I just see the lattice on top. So do you have a memory of making something with her?
Possibly, yeah. Because like grandpa liked blueberries and that.
Yeah, because I didn't see
So it
apples.
might have been a blueberry pie. Like she rarely cooks stuff like that, but she has.
Well, I'm going to give you that because I saw it. That's one thing I'm not backing off of because I saw it very clearly.
What
So-
about peanut butter cookies?
But there's lattice. Like
Because the cookies, you put the fork on the top and make that shape when you do peanut butter cookies.
I mean, I guess it's possible, but
That's what popped into my head was.
I mean, that's possible, but I really did see like on top of a pie.
Yeah.
But, you know, if you can take it, take it. But I really saw it being a pie. Casey. Do you have a book from them? Maybe even a leather book. I want to open up a book. And it could even be leather. I just feel like it's a fancier
My
book.
graduation book, this was kind of touching. When I graduated from high school, I had like a little notebook that people could write messages in. And my grandma wrote like a really sweet note that kind of pissed my mom off because my grandma and I were really close and she always saw me as like a daughter, and she put in there about how close we were and kind of like I was her favorite.
Okay,
type
so
stuff, so
that's definitely a shared memory. She just always wanted everybody to be okay.
Uh-oh, what happened?
Where'd everybody go?
Oh, there we go.
Jennifer probably did it to us, maybe. I don't know. I'm like, oh no, where'd everybody go? Yep.
I did it. I didn't mean to.
We're like, ah. So just know, I mean, sweetie, she's around you and she does love you dearly. Okay. And then did you used to play checkers? I'm seeing a checkerboard. So if that goes to somebody, I see it really clear.
Yeah, about the checkers.
So it'd be chess, checkers, like a checkerboard, you know? And that could represent games, but can anybody else take checkers?
Mm-mm.
Would it be like you played that? Like say when you went to their house, you played the game of checkers. I'm even seeing Parcheesi now. So like kids games like that. Checkers, Parcheesi.
We always had family game nights on Sundays where everyone would go over to grandma and grandpa's house and
okay, that's
get
probably what
together.
it is when you didn't take checkers, then I was seeing trouble. I was seeing Parcheesi.
Yeah, we played a lot. Yeah.
Okay, so this again, just shared memories. You were like a daughter to her. And I hate to say it, don't let your mom listen to this. She really did love you like a daughter. So she meant every word she wrote in that paper or that book. I hope that helped you some way, sweetie.
Yeah. I miss her a lot.
Talk to her. You guys, whoever's listening, talk to them. That's what keeps them close. Do you have an Afghan or a blanket from her?
Yeah. She made tons of blankets for all the grandkids and my kids.
Okay, so what she's showing me is, do you know where it is? Like you still have it? Like she's almost saying like cuddle it or wrap it around you and you'll feel close to her. And that'll make you think of her or feel her love. And then maybe then you'll kind of sense her come in. Would that make sense? Oh, she's showing me slippers. Does she wear slippers a lot?
Oh my God, yes. And the dogs would always chew them up constantly.
Yeah. So she's I wouldn't get her mad though.
No, she's a fireball.
Like the lady that would run around with the spoon, like if she's mad at you, like with the wooden spoon, right?
She, one story they always like to tell grandma was my Aunt Susan was real mouthy, always in trouble. But one time Aunt Susan had mouthed off to grandma and she took off like a high-heeled shoe and threw it at her head and it stuck in the wooden door by her. So,
Italian mothers.
Yep, Italian, yeah, exactly.
I know I'm an Italian mother of 4 and I throw shoes constantly.
Yep.
I get it.
My goodness. Yeah. So so she loves you, honey. This is definitely your grandma. And she's just saying, like, you know, just I feel like you're trying to go through something right now that she's just kind of supporting you along the way. Would that make sense?
Yeah, with my husband and that. We've been kind of battling a little bit, like struggles and there's been a lot of stress, like with the kids going on right now and then his work, and it's been a real strain.
Yeah.
And I've been wanting to talk to her and miss her and grandpa's guidance.
But this is why she's bringing it up, to let you know everything's going to be okay. So that's your confirmation she hears you.
Okay.
Okay, I hope that helped you.
Thank you.
People hugs. Like if you guys were in my like living room right now, I'd be giving you a hug.
Right?
I'm right.
Sherri, I think the cookies you were seeing, I don't know why I feel like they're aimed at Francesca, but it's pizzelle.
Pizzelli's.
They're Italian Christmas wafers that we
Pizzelle.
see. In
Yeah,
American Italian, yeah, pizzelle. In Italiano, è pizzelle.
What do they look like?
They're like that. They're
They look like
latticed.
snowflakes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're little wafers.
And she would make those. Yeah.
Yeah, Pizzelli's.
Oh, that's like rosettes, or we call them rose something.
Pizzelle. But when you make them by hand, I know because I'm an Italian chef, huh?
Okay.
When you make them by hand, when we don't have the press for them, we crisscross them. So I don't know why I felt like that was aimed more with Francesca because her grandmother feels like old school.
Okay, why don't you take her grandma now? Go if you're connected.
No, I was hearing it's pizzelle. It's pizzelle.
Okay, because I couldn't figure it out because I was just seeing these strips. But if you feel connection, go for it.
No, I do feel the grandmother. It feels like the grandmother and the great grandmother because with Francesca, there's a long line of very strong women, but very sad women. It feels like, oh God, how do I say it? Unfortunate life circumstances repeating themselves over and over and over and being constantly let down by the men in their lives. It just seems to be a genetic thing that they're passing on one to the other. But it passes on to the women. And then with that comes, with the depression also comes what looks like intestinal, digestive, and stomach problems for me. So it's like acid reflux and I don't know, stomach issues, like blockages and yeah, it's hard to explain. But I pick up a lot of that with the great grandmother and it just trickles down because it looks like it starts with her. Like it starts with great grandmother coming in. And I don't know why I feel like so much loss with them. There's like so many people that they're losing. It's like a misery. There's just a really hard energy with these women. It feels like a lot of almost wartime loss, but just loss.
That's what I was seeing. I was seeing like the depression. And I'm actually seeing a little short lady. Was one of your grandmas short? And
Yeah.
My grandma was too. Yeah.
A really short person, like older lady, like old.
Yeah.
And wearing a black dress. Would that make any sense?
My mom's mom wore a black dress, but my dad's mom didn't.
No, I see a short little lady that's old with a black dress on.
That would be my mom's mom.
Okay, so that's your grandma.
Yeah, it's like grieving. But it feels like constant grief.
When my grandfather died, she wore black the rest of her life, but
Yeah.
her name was Teresa.
Okay, she's like 5'2". She's tiny. I see her.
That's my dad's mom. And her
Okay, I
name was
see a tiny like 5'2" little
Yeah,
lady.
but I see a
Her
short
name
lady,
was Francesca.
but the short lady I see is wearing black, and you said yes. And when you said no to her,
No, my mom's mom wore black.
We've got two different grandmothers, Sherri. You've got her mom's mom, and I'm getting dad's mom.
so this is called tag teaming on LinkedIn.
Yeah, my mom's mom wore black when my grandfather died.
I
She
want to
wore
go to
black all her
throat.
life.
I want to go
But
to
then my
throat.
dad's mom, who was short, she didn't.
Okay, but I want to go to my throat, which means they either had a throat issue or intubated, or they could not speak at the end. I want to go like here. I guess I could go with acid reflux too, but
Well, my dad's mom had Alzheimer's.
that's not it. That's a brain thing. Did either one of them?
But my mom's mom, I don't really know. She just died of old age. Like
But you don't know if anybody had trouble speaking at the end. If you don't know,
Who?
it's fine. You don't.
who-
Oh, and if you had somebody else in the room, we may read them too. So if you are talking,
yeah, my grandmother didn't talk at the end. My mom's
Thank you.
mom.
is that the one that I had with the black dress?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just confused which one I'm jumping.
I am too. There's so many damn women in this family. I'm telling you, it feels like it's just estrogen dominated over there.
She definitely had a hard life though. Like they really did struggle.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah, my
Like I want to.
yeah, they did.
I almost. You know what that making me feel like? You know, in the depression when people had to wait in food lines for bread. I'm kind of getting that image. Do you know?
They lived through the Depression
Yeah, 'cause
in Italy.
Yeah,
Oh,
però
wow.
difficile, no? Because listen, even now, I just left Italy a year ago. We're almost waiting in line for bread, right? Like nothing's changed in Italia. It's still the same thing. I'm with you, Sherry. I feel the same thing on both sides. That's why I said it feels like this generational suffering for the women. But whatever that is for me carries all the way down, even down to Francesca. That there's something ingrained that's almost been adopted, like the suffering or expecting the suffering has been adopted.
I'm hearing like it is almost just become a normal for them.
Right.
Because they like grow up as little girls seeing their mom suffering and grandma suffering. So it's almost like a belief system. And maybe Francesca, I think Jen knows you. I don't. But
no, I don't know her.
Oh, okay. I thought you did. So so what I'm hearing is like really question your own belief systems. Are these even your beliefs? Do you feel like life has to be a struggle? Because I kind of feel like you do. And is that really your belief, or was that your grandma's or great grandma's? Because what I'm hearing to tell you is
I didn't know my great grandma.
Okay, but see, it goes down in our genetics,
But I know they lived through a depression.
Yeah.
So my mom says you'll never survive a depression. We did.
Bingo.
Like they ate greens and beans.
Why the hell would your mother tell you you'll never get out of depression?
Because we were spoiled like in America.
La mentalità vecchio di Italia, no? Di bruttissimi
They ate from the land, greens and beans.
Esatto.
But what you're doing though is, again, what I was just talking about, you have that belief system because your mother told you. It starts with you to change it.
But we're spoiled. We have light. We have computers.
Yeah, but you're missing it, Francesca. Listen, you're not spoiled. You have modern amenities that were given to you by a modern world. What we're saying, and I think what Sherry's trying to say is, Spirit is leading you to understand that you're not spoiled and you're not disendowed for having these things. These things are a gift. Do you know what I mean?
They didn't have it. Yeah, they didn't have a TV.
No, but that old mentality of, you ragazzi abbiamo tutti le cose. You guys have everything and we don't have shit. No, we had to suffer. It's this suffering. I can hear it. It's like a guilt thing.
But sweetie, what that's putting in you is you have the belief. This is what I'm trying to say. You have the belief system due to your mother and from her mother, because her mother raised her, that your life, that you're like thinking you don't deserve nice things. Or
no. They wanted to give us better stuff. But what I'm saying is my mom said we wouldn't survive depression because, they ate from the land.
Well, we may be finding out that we're all going to have to survive.
Tomorrow when the
bank right.
2 banks shut down. I mean, who knows? We may be there.
Veramente, no?
I'm
just here to say, hey, if the shit shuts down, I already eat off the land. I'll be fine. Maybe you spoiled babies won't be making it.
Well, I'm coming to you. I can't grow anything in the winter here.
Well, I've got enough fat to keep us all alive
for a year. I'm like, what can I put in my war box? How about ramen noodles? Those are in plastic. Bugs can't eat them.
My brother just bought 4 boxes of ramen noodles.
Ooh.
Well, but they're cheap if that's all you're going to live on.
It's true. I guess if you call that living.
Right?
Make noodles. You can buy a bag of flour for $1.
So I just wanted to ask a question. My father just passed a week ago.
Oh,
I was just wondering if you could pick up on him.
What's his name?
Salvatore Federico Riel.
Okay.
That's a name.
He died on March 7th.
So sometimes they do come in right away. Sometimes they don't.
Right.
So if he's available, we'll get him between the two of us. If he's healing or doing something else right now, we won't get him.
I know it's too soon. I know.
I mean, I've talked to people that have died after an hour. Okay. So I get people that quick.
No, it happens. That's true.
They've been gone 4 days and I've gotten them a week,
Yeah. I've had cases where they were literally in a car accident that night and I got them the next morning.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
it can.
Sometimes it comes in really quick. We'll let Sherry see if she's picking up anything with him.
Say his name again, please.
Salvatore Federico Riel.
Beautiful name.
Mm-mm.
Loved his family very much.
Yes.
Are you guys doing something with his car? Like
oh my God! What?
What are you guys doing? What are you doing with his car?
His Cadillac.
What are you doing with his Cadillac?
We wanted to sell it.
Okay. So he knows you're going to sell it. So that's showing you he's still around.
Well, What do you? I mean, I thought he wanted us to sell it.
He didn't say. He's just acknowledging you're doing something with the car. He's not telling you what to do.
No. Oh, I thought his wishes were to sell. I don't know.
He's just acknowledging the car as evidence that you guys are thinking about doing something with the car.
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of broke.
Okay. Who's got his ring?
My brother.
Okay. So this is your dad? We got lucky, girl, that we got him.
Did he make it to the other side?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be able to talk to him if he didn't, right? So he's more than okay. Were you worried that he wouldn't make it?
No, I knew he would, but I just feel better now because I've been crying.
So he was buried, yes? Have you had his funeral yet?
Yeah, he's in a mausoleum.
But he's in a casket, right? He
Correct.
wasn't cremated. So he's showing me the casket. Did somebody put something in there? Because he's bringing me to the casket. And I don't know why.
No. Not that I'm...
Is there a whole family? Like, is there more than one mausoleum? It's not just him.
Right.
Who's next to him?
It'll be my mom.
But there's
On the
somebody
other side.
But there's somebody else. Is it
On
just
the other side?
Is there more
my grandmother and my aunt.
Yes. Oh my God. He's kind of laughing like they're all together, but he's making me feel like they're all together in the mausoleum, but they're not in the mausoleum. They're all here and together in the spirit world. So he was just trying to get me to get the other family members that he's with, okay? He sees your tears, like you're beside yourself. You really loved your dad, right?
Yeah.
Is there somebody with a T name?
Tony, his brother.
Okay, is he in spirit or not?
No.
Okay. He's bringing up Tony for some reason. Now, is there an Antoinette or an A name with a female?
That was my grandma's mom's name. That's crazy.
That's your grandma's name?
My grandma's mom, my nana.
Okay. What about you, Francesca? Does it fit with you at all? An A name, that would be a female.
No.
Okay. So we're just to make sure her family doesn't pop in because we're only sticking with you. Francesca's family only. So was Dad ill for a while?
Yeah.
Did you have to take care of him at all? Or
My brother did.
Okay. But did you go over there a lot? Because I feel like he had people.
I live with them.
Okay, thank you. So that to me is like taking care of him. He's like you're like constantly a presence. So is Mom doing really bad? Mom having a hard time?
Getting over my dad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. But he's showing me a pile of paperwork. So I don't know. Has she started the wills or the estates? I'm seeing a bunch of paperwork that I want to the taxes. Make sure you guys do the taxes. Have you guys done your taxes?
Oh my God, I can't believe you just said that. I have a stack of papers.
Okay.
Dad was always worried about the taxes.
Okay. So we can't make that shit up, girl. This is your dad.
Okay. I just can't stop crying.
I know. But I mean, you said your dad's only been gone for a week? 2 weeks?
Yeah, a week.
Okay.
7.
You're supposed to be crying. That's normal. Don't beat yourself up.
I know.
You know, I mean, I feel like you lost your best friend. Like, I feel like you were daddy's girl.
Yep.
Like, you could do nothing wrong. And I was like that with my father, so I get
it. I was a terrible daughter, I think.
Okay, no, we're going to let that guilt go right now. Look at it. She slammed her glass down. She's like, boom, boom.
That's generational.
Okay, do you want to jump in on her generations?
No, I'm just saying that's generational garbage that she's pulling in there. That's that thing that's been passed down to these women. It's.
I just heard.
Times, yeah.
I just heard something.
Did ya?
Yeah. I just heard something on the roof.
I think I'm getting the chills. I think your dad's there with you. I think his mom's there with you really strong too. And I think what Sherri was seeing was a note that somebody left for grandma on the other side of your dad, like somebody stuck a note into the casket. Because I was seeing it too.
Oh, you were?
It looked like almost like a picture of two people that had something written on the back of it. But yeah, I think you need to know, Francesca, that you're perfect the way you are. He's proud of you the way that you are. You're
I
not
took him
handicapped.
that.
Yeah, you're not weak. You're not any of those things. Have you screwed the pooch? Every human on this planet has screwed the pooch a couple of times, right? So what? Get on with it, right?
We've all made mistakes. Oh my God, I told my mother to F off all the time as a kid, okay?
Yeah,
We've
legit.
all-
I mean, I still tell my mom to F off, and she's been gone for 25 years.
He was a very strict father.
I get it. I get it.
You know, I'm the only daughter in an Italian family.
I am Maura.
He's very strict with me.
I get it. I've got
And
one
date
daughter.
before you were 16, I'm hearing. Did he not let you date when you were young?
Oh my God, yeah. I was not allowed to date.
Yeah, because he's telling me, like, he's actually kind of like laughing in his way. Your dad's fine, I'm telling you right now. He's like, yep, no daughter of mine's going out past this. Did you ever have a curfew of 8 o'clock? That sounds so damn early.
I wasn't allowed to go out. My brother had to cover for me to go out.
But
I jumped out the window.
Well, that's not being bad. That's normal teenage shit. You want to go out.
Well, I rebelled.
Right. You know, and that's fine. I did too. I think I still do. 50, 58, almost 59, and I still rebel.
Am I crazy? Am I crazy? I feel like, or I see like him hugging her or her mom, like right now, like for the past 5 minutes.
So
like I just see him like wrapping his arms around her and her mom, and just like that was the thing on the roof was he was coming to say, "I'm here."
Hey, I've had Archangel Michael.
Am I crazy?
No, I've had Archangel Michael come down through my roof and come through my crown and into
Oh,
my.
it's beautiful.
Wow.
So, yeah, they can do that. But here's the thing, Smitty. You're not supposed to feel good right now. Give yourself a break. Your dad just died.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, you're grieving, and that's okay. And I guarantee you, when they pass over to the other side, John can confirm this. They don't care about if we broke a rule or snuck out a window. It's all just returns to love.
Yep.
And he loved you. And I feel like Dad made a few mistakes, okay?
He made a lot of mistakes.
I'm seeing some things that I'm not going to say, you know? So,
Yeah.
Is he another mob guy?
Give me one thing he made a mistake at.
Is he another mob guy?
Everyone thought he was in the mob.
Yeah, no, I see him stealing cars when he was younger, but it looks like it was either like a brother or a best friend that had him. Like it was the brother or the best friend that was doing it, but your dad like did not do it. Because what I hear your dad say is, I didn't do the bad stuff, but I did not do the bad stuff.
It's almost like guilt by association, you know?
Right.
And the reason he didn't let you out was he just wanted nothing to happen to his baby girl.
Correct.
You know?
Correct.
Yeah, that's all.
It wasn't
Right.
an asshole.
He was overprotective.
Exactly. Because I think your dad saw some bad things in life. And he wasn't going to let anything happen to you. Who's
Right.
Josephine or Joe or Josephine?
Josephine? Josephine is either one of my mom's, his cousin, or my mom's sister.
You don't know what your mom's sister's name is?
My mom had several sisters, but she had a Josephine.
They're Italian. There was probably 13.
But
is that person deceased?
My Uncle Joe's deceased.
Okay. And then Josephine is, so it could be him, but I heard Joe or Josephine, so I could have both. Is there a Josephine in spirit?
No. But there's an Uncle Joe in spirit. But that was my mom's brother.
That's okay. If we get one dead person, we'll get them all. I mean, seriously, right, Jen? I mean, we'll get tons. You know, but, you know, your dad, I swear to God, there's a letter. He's bringing up that letter. Did you write your dad a letter at all?
No.
So you think there was a letter in the casket? Because I'm seeing a note written, a letter.
I did not see. They shut the casket and we were out of the room.
Okay. And you don't have any, did you ever write your dad a letter, or do you have a letter from your dad? And that
No.
makes the letter really strong. Somebody did it then.
When you brought up Antoinette, I was like 9 or 10, and I wrote a letter to her, and it was put in a casket with a picture of me and my cousin. My cousin was a baby, and it was like a little Christmas picture, but it was in the casket with her.
Okay.
with my note.
So is
There you
everyone
go.
here Italian right now?
Yes.
I know, like
Lucy's
the
not
names are so
Italian.
hard.
I'm
Like they're
not.
So you two, Francesca and Casey, you don't know each other in real life, do you?
no.
No.
So you guys have a lot of parallel stuff in your families. And maybe it's
Yeah.
just an Italian thing.
I think it's just the culture.
Yeah, probably. But sweetie, Francesca, give yourself a break. And when we're grieving, so many people they're asking for a dream or show me a sign. Sometimes our grief is what blocks that. Hell, I'm a medium and I don't even get my parents in a dream. Okay. So you guys don't feel bad because I'm like, what the hell, mom, dad, hello, and I don't even hear them. So, but a lot of times grief blocks us from having the awareness that they are hugging us, that they are coming to us. You have to pay attention to your body feels. Like I'll be sitting on my couch and I'll get the shivers or the goosebumps, or I'll get burning hot, or my ear hums, or my crown feels like the top comes off and there's like little sparklers. My battery's going to die. So just grieve the way you need to grieve and just treat yourself well. And you're the perfect daughter for your dad. He is not mad at you about anything. And he loves you very much, honey. So please.
Can I ask you a question? Does he want us to sell the restaurant?
Okay, hold on. Jen, can you take this? I'm in the red. I got to find a battery charger.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I got to turn off the ring light. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm going to put Sherri out for just a second. Interesting that you guys have a restaurant. Does he want you to sell it? No. Do you need to sell it? Yes, because he doesn't feel like anybody can really take it over and run it the way that it needs to be done with the same passion behind it. Does that make sense? With the same gusto. And it's also okay because this was his baby. It's not everybody else's dream. I think it's been the thing that everybody's, God, how do I say that it's pulled everybody in together to do the same thing, to have the same purpose. But in honesty, it feels more like a noose around everybody's neck. So let it go. And I will tell you from a different perspective because you don't know me, but I'm also an Italian chef. I owned restaurants for a long time and I still cook privately.
Do you want to buy it?
No, pero grazie. No.
We have a family secret.
Esattamente. Now I can show up and just take it and nobody knows. I still make all the pasta by hand every day here. He and I have that connection, right? Of doing, I like to do things the old way. I'm an old Italian mother. But no, let it go.
You need to come and see my mom. We all should get together.
Right? What part of the country are you guys in?
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Bravo. Well, I'm going to be coming back to the East Coast because I'm in Texas right now, not by choice. But
Yeah, I know.
And all my kids are on the East Coast, so I'll be coming back. So who knows? Yeah, keep in touch with me and send me your stuff. Send me a message through the network and we'll definitely keep up. But listen, let it go. Break up the pieces. Here's the problem is that industry is shifting so much, and he already knew that. The business is already, this is not something that survives where things are going.
COVID crushed us.
Yeah. But let it go.
Do you see it selling?
If you break it off in pieces. Do I see it selling as a whole restaurant for what you want? No. And he said it's a pipe dream. There's no way in hell that's going to happen. Just sell it off in pieces or do an auction.
That's yeah, I can't believe you.
He's almost showing me like selling off the ovens or the kitchen stuff.
It's all of it. It's the ovens, it's the fryers, it's the coolers, it's everything. But it's, all of those things do so much better in auction now than you even get it doing it privately because you have other restaurateurs who are stupid enough to open a restaurant at this day and time. I won't ever do it again.
Right.
But yeah, drop it that way. I mean, drop it like it's a hot damn potato. He's okay with it because he already knew that this stopped with him.
It's draining us.
But is there a picture or a painting on the wall in the restaurant he wants you to keep? Is there any painting or pictures or family photo or, sometimes restaurants have it autographed, so-and-so is here. There's something, a sign or something. Is there something that has his name on it? Look around the restaurant. See if there's something. I feel like there's something on a wall that you guys are going to want to keep.
I feel like it's kind of like the business license, like to just memorialize it.
That, yeah.
Because, and what I hear him saying is it's all kind of kitschy and gimmicky anyway. He doesn't really give a shit because he doesn't really have any real attachment to it. I mean, that's what it feels like. In the end, he's like, I don't really give a fuck, right? Like,
They don't care when they pass either.
no, I mean, he doesn't really give a shit. I mean, there's nothing in there that he's
But
attached to.
there's
So
something on a wall. Maybe you're right. Maybe it's just the business license.
it feels like the business license for
or
me.
the
So there's,
first dollar, right? People sometimes put the first dollar bill up.
yeah,
I'll
it's
have
something
to.
like
I'll
that.
have to look.
Could be in
There
the
you go.
kitchen.
It's something like that small just to remember, but yeah, he's fine. Everything's good. And guys, I hate to do it, but we got to wrap it up. We have had Sherri Jewel in here for 2
Thank
hours
you
and
so
11
much.
minutes.
Thank
I'm
you.
going to pop out and let you guys say goodbye to her. And
Oh,
Sherri.
and so-
You didn't say
Good
goodbye.
night. Thank
Good
you.
night.
Good night, Sherri.
Oh, you guys are still here? Hold on.
Yes.
Yes.
You guys, it was
I couldn't
crazy
answer
meeting
them.
everybody. You know, now I know who's writing in the chats. And my voice is gone. And you guys killed my computer. I'm sitting in my.
it's the spiritual Brady Bunch.
There you go.
It's a story about a crazy lady.
Thank you so much for having me. And then,
Questions, since I didn't really have anybody come through,
okay.
and it hit me that maybe I'm the conduit for helping you guys get other people to come through.
Right.
Well, we all hold
It's just
space.
so weird because everything that everybody, there was some piece of it that was connected to me, but it wasn't aimed at me.
So I would also, though, take any messages that did resonate with you. The spirit does do that.
Yeah, and Elise, maybe this is to wake you up to your own gifts. You know, we've kind of touched on this before.
I've been told that I am a medium, so I don't know.
Well, there you
And
go.
then they're drawn to my light so that I can help them. But
Well, if you were getting messages that were validating what you were hearing, then yes. And maybe that's why you came in, was to do that for yourself.
Yeah. And you know what? And to be an observer, right? Because you saw me work, you see John work. I actually heard to tell you try automatic writing.
I don't know how to do that.
Okay. So there's something called psychometry, you guys, if anyone wants to ever learn how to be psychic. I find, Jen might have a different way. But for me, psychometry really is the good beginner's thing. I don't know, Jen, do you agree?
No, I agree. Absolutely. I think tools like that help you come into your own awareness.
Yeah. And then what you do is, let's say, like, it's always easier if you don't do it on a friend, but you can't really walk up to a stranger, right? But you can hold, like, you know what you could do? Someone texts you. I actually put my fingers down on the text message that they typed, and I'll pick up on energy from them. If you with somebody, like, you could hold their ring, something that they always have on them.
Right.
Well, this is what I did. I was Googling the whole time.
So are those
That's awesome.
Are those pictures
and
or words?
And things would pop up and.
So wait, are those pictures or words? Words.
She was reading while you were reading, so she was getting her own information. Yeah.
So that's kind of like
Then you would say where I would go, okay, well, that makes sense to me, and I would write it down.
So you just got teachered but you made yourself get teachered.
That's awesome.
And look up psychometry and automatic writing, because basically what you're doing, you might be a person, like some people do doodle when they do readings, right? Some people draw, or they just draw in circles or whatever. So definitely, like, I'm a really strong automatic writer. I could just go and just 2 hours would have been done in 15 minutes.
Right.
But thanks, you guys. It was nice meeting everybody. God
Thank
bless
you.
all.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you guys all for being in. We appreciate you. And if we're lucky, we'll get Sherri Jewel back in a month to do this again. If I can get her liquored up enough, hopefully we can get her in about a month.
We'll send the wine.
I'm going to send the vino and a po' di limoncello and basta così, eh?
I make a good limoncello. You'd like it.
Bravo.
There you go.
Italian in there.
Could you imagine me and Jen in the same room if we had a couple drinks? Oh my gosh,
It'll be, somebody's going to get bitch slapped, I can assure you. There'll be a couple shoes flying. Anyway, listen, we love you guys. Thank you so much for being with us. Have a great night.
You.
Many blessings.
God bless
Thank
you.
Blessings
you.
to you guys.
Ciao, bye.
Okay? Bye.
Bye.
Bye.